Evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squad.
You can feel it, dude! You can feel it!
I'm your Wolf Commander Wolf Tan.
Seriously,
I am
dude.
Werewolf. Oh yeah, we don't we you know the drill. You know what's up tonight. What we're talking about. We already did last Thursday with the femininity. Now we're gonna be talking about masculinity today. And I have with me so far with the pit bull of Georgia, Fish Chozo.
And I know I didn't have much to say on the femininity video, but I'm probably gonna be able to talk more on this masculinity video concerning this is about masculinity, and I'm a guy.
Manly man. I have with also the manliest of men, the warrior of light, Final Fantasy fan 12.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012, and welcome to another live stream of the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. Last time we covered femininity. Now this time we're covering masculinity this time.
And Leia will be here with us shortly, so the Leia Val will be on her way. But let's welcome the chat, of course. Next says, eat more meat. For all of us masculine men, eat more meat. That's great advice. And we have Star Storyteller. Star, you want to join us today, like you did last time? Say, hey guys, I'm here for the dudes. You mean this one? Or maybe you mean these?
Sheesh.
Right. Redneck, anything you say is normal in comparison to what other people said. But other than that, so masculinity, where do I even begin with this topic other than we are being hunted down, gentlemen. We're the monsters, we're the witches, we
Yes.
are the demons. These bitches are after our heads. Y'all better watch yourselves. Look around every corner, look over your shoulder, because these bitches are having it out on every single male on the planet.
Mm,
They're trying to make us an endangered species.
I mean, one good positive thing about the original He-Man cartoon is that it tried to teach kids how to grow up to be men.
They don't like
Well,
that though.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they don't really like it at all.
They
Because
don't
they
like
feel like they
anything
just felt
men.
inferior. That's basically...
mm.
Yeah, it's an inferiority complex. That's kind of what it is.
We're being labeled as racist, white supremacists. If you're black, you are black white supremacist. If you don't capitulate to the slavery trade, or capitulate to your status as being a slave, a docile male. Yeah, you said I said in the description, docile male. They want you docile. They want you to be calm like a woman, cool like a woman. In fact, they want you to turn into a woman now.
Yeah, I know with the whole transgender kids thing.
Hey, y'all remember last time when I told you guys about the whole transgender situation, right? We don't get a say in that motherfucker. Yet women are allowed to choose, though they are coaxed to do it. Us, on the other hand, our fucking mothers feed us that estrogen bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And they really want to say that men should not be worried or scared or should be always listening to problems because apparently men don't have no problems. We
To
can
me,
handle it.
transgender kids is child abuse. I mean, what the hell?
We can talk about that another time. But what I'm saying is, we in danger, man. We need to start sticking together. I don't care if we go gay after all this shit. We need to stick together, cause man, I'm scared for my fellow brethren. Scared, scared, man. I'm a werewolf too. They're gonna try to skin my ass.
Mm.
They can try though. We before we have the lay of valor, we do
Feels like
have
they're just a bunch of kids just stuck under farming equipment.
Negro. I'm trying to introduce something. Hold your horses.
Right.
We have our personal Lyft driver, Star Storyteller.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Going. She came in here like a valley girl. Hey, girl.
Oh, no.
We're like totally gonna talk about man child, Rachel. We're gonna talk about man. Like they're
Yeah.
so hot.
Well, not quite, but well, there is a preference. Have you guys seen Reacher yet?
You
I
mean
was like,
this?
no, Reacher.
I know
It was
Reacher.
an Amazon. It was Jack Reacher.
I remember the Tom Cruise movie.
I never bothered watching any of the Amazon shows.
No, this one I normally wouldn't either, but someone recommended it that it was awesome, so I checked it out and holy smoke!
You can swear on here. Don't worry.
No. I have little ears right now.
Ah.
My son
Right.
is here,
You gotta
so I have a
you gotta
vested
you gotta set
interest.
an example for the mini lift driver.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he'll be when he grows up, but I gotta watch his little ears, unfortunately. Um,
Oh,
So
now
best we
we
all
don't
keep a
wait.
swearing to a minimum here. Let's agree on that.
Oh, damn.
sorry. Okay.
I done
Well,
let loose one already.
well, for me, it's all about the future because I have a son, so
Mm-hmm.
it's looking pretty scary. And he's not only is like pasty white too, so it's like, oh geez,
Yeah, you
you
better,
can't even
you better guard that
pass.
door with your life.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You
And
better
don't
get
give
your
me
brothers together, your cousins together, all your male cousins and brothers together, and form a shield around him. They can die all they want to, but they serve the purpose.
and don't get me started what he doing with Superman that My Adventures with Superman show cartoon.
Hang on, guys. Let's add in another female perspective. The Leia Valor, Leia plus size.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Sorry I was late, but
Leia.
hey, hello, everyone.
Why you always saying like that, man? You hey Leia.
Who are you talking to?
Her fizz.
But every
Oh.
time that I say hello,
Oh you oh now you got the no oh now you got the blushes too? Allow me to ruin that moment.
oh wow, real mature.
Uh-oh.
No, I like. Final can keep saying hello. I like the way he says hello.
Hello.
That's fine.
Man, we need to jog his memory up.
Oh my goodness! I came.
Oh,
in
where
at
am I,
the
man?
right
This is
time.
supposed to be men. This is ladies' night. Here you go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew you were gonna. That makes me very happy. Yes, no shame there.
Don't hold your breath now. Don't you hold your breath. There's more coming.
Looks like
Uh-oh.
Sean Connery.
Oh, it is Sean Connery.
It is Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
forgot
look
that.
I did not know that was even Sean Connery.
Oh, that's Sean Connery. Y'all didn't know he was a bodybuilder, did y'all?
Well, he's
No.
also reading his scripts too, or reading a book as well. That's a thing about like really old. If you look at like the 1800s and stuff, in order to be a man, it wasn't just that you were strong. You had to be like really intelligent, well read. That was a big part of it. It's only been recently we've had like this jock and nerd like division of labor stuff lately.
Yeah. Well, she's right. Yeah, that was being a man. Now it's lazy and stupid.
Stop it! What are you doing? Are you trying to distract our friends?
Oh, don't worry, he does that a lot. Trust me.
Your reaction is only feeding me. Your reactions are only encouraging me.
Try to stay focused on live stream with flooded vagina.
Oh God.
Well, but here's the thing. We know that we're not gonna get with Henry Cavill. He is like not he don't play when it comes to the whole Me Too thing. He apparently is just like, I'm not dating nobody, nothing. He's like, he ain't dumb. He knows what's up.
Oh, he's selective on who he date.
Yes.
He ain't that dumb. No.
He's on to the Me Too thing. Yes.
And he probably got 20 different women jumping in his bed every day trying to at least.
There you go, another mariner.
That's a young Jason Momoa.
That's just Momoa and Baywatch.
Yeah, his Baywatch years.
Yeah, I didn't saw Baywatch. I mean, I know of the show, of course, of people running in slow motion, but I never seen the actual.
Negro, you oversimplifying that. Y'all take the lead, but Negro, don't oversimplify that shit. People running slow mo. Negro, you know, I ain't watching people running slow mo. I'm there for the hot bays, man. I remember my grandma asked me that. It's like, what you watching Baywatch for? I'm watching for the ladies. The what ladies? The pretty ladies. Hey, little storyteller.
All right. It's still there?
Yeah, we're still here. We can hear the little storyteller too.
All right. Hello?
We're here.
Can you hear me? Okay.
We all can hear you.
We can hear you fine.
I'm just trying to put it through my headpiece. Headpiece. Is this working?
Headpiece is good. It's working.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
sounds like it.
Well, little guy, I don't know if little guy might be like, I'm fussy, I want to go to bed. I don't know if I killed my headphones and I was kind of by myself, but because I know everybody's gonna be like, dying, little kid on the screen. So
no, we're good. Little storyteller just want to be in on the action. I want to be like him. So who wants to contribute? Who wants to pay tribute?
Pay tribute to what are we paying? This topic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, get it started. Okay. And we're like, we're starting already. Oh, okay. I didn't see
started.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah.
That's right, Pound. That's right. Right.
Exactly. Yes, let's start a fire.
Yeah, that was me.
That was very good. Let's start a fire.
Okay.
Well,
if you're gonna do that, you might as well sing the other one. Let's get retarded. Let's get retarded in here.
Somebody actually that parody song.
Calm down.
Yeah, little man, calm down.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I got get me built.
Yes.
My days of whipping other people's kids are long and done. Did I say that out loud?
Yes, I didn't know that you did.
You don't want me as a babysitter. Just saying. Michael Jordan played as Mike Tyson, I think.
Oh no.
He had to ask Mike Tyson in the 90s. He looked like him too.
I'm thinking John McClane is probably the action movie star character that pretty much best represents what the positives of masculinity.
One of the few, one of the many.
Well, I went ahead with this topic because, as you guys may notice, masculinity for the fellas here in our stream, masculinity is under attack. Masculinity is getting a bad name. I don't like that term toxic masculinity. I think that has been coined by the woke nuts who have a hatred of men. There is beauty and good in men, yes, despite what we've been getting from media and from woke activists who are trying to diminish the beauty of men, of male figures, of leaders that I have noticed in our culture. Oh, Pierce Brosnan. You know,
90s James Bond. Wait, I think that's
I'm mature, but I can remember.
Wait, I think that's the James Bond in the 90s, right?
Yes, that's the James Bond in the 90s.
Right.
I had the biggest crush on him when he was Remington Steele, because I was a young girl when Remington Steele, he started his claim to fame.
I'm gonna be honest, that's probably like my favorite James Bond.
What?
I'm gonna be honest.
What's Remington Steele?
Pierce Brosnan? Final Pierce Brosnan is your favorite Bond?
Bond that's on the picture right now.
Yeah, that's Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, ain't no shame in that. That's the beauty of the Bond franchise. We all have our favorites. And I do like some. I was happy that he finally became 007.
As much as Sean Connery can be the OG, and he is, but this guy, yeah.
Well, a lot of people your age or maybe or younger or maybe a little older, this probably was he was probably their first issue into the Bond franchise. And that's okay. That's great about the Bond franchise. I think each actor that has donned the 007 code has introduced a generation. And I enjoyed him in the films a lot. And I enjoy it now because this kind of Bond isn't going to be around anymore. And that's what angers me incredibly. I am just upset
He's gonna be
that they could
non-existent.
they could just let James Bond.
The next Bond's gonna be probably gonna be. I won't be surprised if we got some skinny British guy.
Nah, they want a woman, dude. They want a woman in there.
No, you need a woman.
Wait. How be a woman named James? The woman, the last time named woman don't be named.
They don't want no James. They want,
don't assume their gender.
What? Wait, who
they gonna keep the Bond. Remove the James. It's gonna be Jane Bond.
Yes, or it's one of two things. They either want a woman, they either want a transgender woman, they either want a black man, or a gay black man, or a gay white man, or a gay trans man. That's what they want to be next Bond, and that is not 007.
Or a Chinaman.
Or a Chinaman.
Oh God, they're gonna go the same route at Doctor Who when they made the 13th Doctor a woman.
Oh God,
yeah, that's gonna mess that up. Do you guys notice this trend? This that's another thing is this trying to erase particularly popular male characters, particularly who are Caucasian, who are sort of leaders, who are masculine. They're trying to erase those away. Go ahead.
No, they want to erase gender entirely. They want to
yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. They want to chase it away all the way.
I mean, do you know there's a South Korean animated short that parodied this, where we got there's a blob. You ever seen that short?
No,
I have not seen that.
I have never heard about that.
That is a South Korean animated short which they parodied the video game industry and they attempts to be woke. They're making fun of the American video game industry.
I wish I could see that.
Oh, now I'm familiar with that. No,
that's cool. That's very based.
Yes, I wish I could watch that. I would like to see that myself.
I thought it was like some sort of comic dub. I thought.
No, it was American anime. It's a South Korean animated short. They had eventually I started off. She looked too sexy. We gotta make it fat. Then we gotta make it black. Then we got they became a blob, but they said we gotta make it Chinese. And it's back sexy again.
Of course, South Korea would come up with that. That's hilarious. Man, I've thought about putting like my stuff out like on Japanese Twitter and just see what happens, like my own designs. It's like, okay, does this look good? Because they will let you know.
Yeah. Another factor is your Wolf. What Wolf knows what really gets me distracted, so I'm gonna talk really fast before he puts.
Boingy.
Well, that's the masculinity we need back. That's a man. That is what a man should be. That is a man, full blown, 100% masculine man. Masculinity.
And not only that, he's very furry too. That's the other thing. It's like,
Henry Cavill's a manly man. Too bad that it's so unfortunate that what this scene is from. That GIF still is from that one movie that is so bad, Man of Steel.
I know it's not as good, but I still like it.
I remember the fact that when he was running around with shirtless, the girls were whistling.
Of course.
Well, why can't you not? Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I mean,
there was actually. I will be honest. I was kind of like, wait, it bounces around. It does. That's really strange. Like when you're that ripped, I'm like, wait, what?
Baywatch, didn't you?
Well, no. You don't get it. That's not what I was expecting. And I'm busty. That's why I'm like, wait, what? If you're that ripped, that's what happens to you. Okay, then.
I'm saying you should be watching Baywatch then, because they do that all the time on Baywatch. Mitch, the Hassel, the Hoffman.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh. That's terrible.
I mean, dare I say, it happened to me when I run. I worked out. Hey, Big Al.
Hello. Miguel, having to stop in.
Oh,
Hello,
Big Al
Miguel.
Hi,
from
Big
Crystal
Al.
Beach.
Thank you. Hey, Miguel.
Hey, big
Hey.
Al.
Hey. This ain't his birthday today. What the hell?
He ain't been around here in a long time, so
It's nice for him to stop in and say
Dang,
hello in our
y'all
little
gonna jump on
chat.
his D all like that? Dang, y'all must really miss him.
No, it's just nice for him to stop in and see to our chat or to your stream. Your stream is
I'm just
growing.
teasing
It's
you, Al.
becoming
Nothing but
more.
love. I'm teasing you, Al. Nothing but love. Looking forward to Godzilla King of the Monsters on Saturday though. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that stream.
I still ain't seen King of the
That
Monsters.
should be
Not
fun.
the new one,
Oh,
original.
the original. Oh,
I got that.
Godzilla.
I got the Blu-ray
Oh,
though.
When original is that one from the 1960s
Yeah,
or
it's basically the edited version of Gojira.
okay.
So yeah, I'm
That
still in. Yeah, I'm still in for Godzilla. Big Out. Just bear with me because I do work that day. Um, I don't know what time you gonna start that thing, but I'll be there. It depends on how fast we can get home because you know how weekends is over in San Diego. People
How do
be
you get
driving
yeah.
around? That's the real question.
right. Which Godzilla walk all over these damn freeways sometimes. Then how y'all gonna get somewhere?
Obviously, nobody's
or this
taking up
Godzilla just
Adam
does a drop kick
Carolla's.
where his tail's just sticking up. It just drags onto the ground.
Kangaroo
Obviously, no
kick.
one listens to Adam Carolla. If it steers, it clears for accidents.
Oh shit! You cutting into my sleep time. They getting close to my sleep time. Yes, the one with the edited version with Raymond Bird in it. The one that was my gateway to my official gateway to the Godzilla movies. First being Son of Godzilla.
my gateway to the
Yes,
Godzilla.
that got
My gateway to the Godzilla franchise when I saw on TV Godzilla versus Kong, the original
Nothing wrong
King
with
Kong versus
that.
Godzilla.
King Kong
Yeah.
versus Godzilla. Yeah,
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
It's still It's still masculinity. Godzilla's a masculine male.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry,
Um,
guys. Even though we're talking about a 60-foot lizard, he's still a male. He's still a
Um,
giant monster.
I wouldn't put him in this category, but you know what, Wolf?
King
If you
Kong
want to
though.
put him in there, go right ahead.
well, he's like Frankenstein's monster, literally, because of the atomic bomb. He's the
Hmm.
product of that. And kind of, if we want to go into the philosophy of how they said, I have become the destroyer, and how they were just so horrified by what they created, but it was necessary. And now we're just, I mean, they did it twice, and that was all they needed to do it.
Everybody's muted.
Really
Sorry,
now.
my
Oh,
son
yeah,
was doing something, so I didn't know if he was going to fall over and fuss. So
oh, I see. I understand. I thought that's okay. I can understand. You got a
Don't
little.
feel
You have a little
threatened by
masculinity
that.
man.
yeah, he's a little man, and
Yes, you have a little masculine man.
yep, and that's always kind of like a big responsibility because it really you really realize how I don't want to do the whole victim mentality, but I'll tell you what, it is hard to find boy clothes half the time. There is every kind of configuration for girls' clothes, but forget it for boys, especially when they're little.
What?
You
I
also trying to
I
transition them,
know,
my son.
I know. It's like, oh, no, we
My
don't
mom
want
never had no
boys.
problem finding clothes for me and my little brother. What? It's
Well,
different for you? Is he a
well,
grown
granted,
boy?
I no, it was when he was little. It was really strange. It was like certain garments I noticed he wouldn't find it. I think it's just designers like designing stuff for girls. And then there was the time I accidentally got him a pair of jeans, legging jeans. I thought they were just boys' clothes, but it was actually a girl. It was a little too skinny. I'm like,
Oh no,
he looks a little too hipstery.
basically generalized the clothes.
Yeah, and I was like, well, wait a minute. But it worked because he was really little at the time. So I was like, it looks like jeans. He's fine.
Oh, Wolf. You,
You know I was
Well,
gonna
the
do
way
it.
I knew he would do that.
yeah, yes, I knew you would do that. I was just waiting for you to just do
Too
that.
sexy for my
He's dressed.
my aunt, too
I
sexy,
love.
ill.
Get out of here, Leia. He's coming for you. Get out of here now.
All right, I'm on to
Well, hey,
I
he's
like to
all
dress.
well.
Man, we ain't have
little-
this much fun on the femininity side. Dang. Most of the times I'm throwing some cosplay girls, but dang it, I'm like, dang, the girls are hooping and hollering.
I don't care if he's the Winter Soldier. That's masculine strength right there. That's masculine,
Mhm.
powerful, strong.
In a more intimidating side. I mean, look at him. Jeez.
Well, that's
Oh,
I
have
know
you
that.
guys?
Yeah, that's
Wait. This is the perfect place to talk about this. Have you guys
My
seen like
soldier brings all the girls to the yard, and he's like, he's better than yours. Damn right, he's better than yours. I
better
can
than
teach
yours?
you, but I had to
Oh
charge.
no, he would. Well, no. You be in the bro code. He might teach you without charging.
I'm having fun tonight, and I almost
Is that a
feel
battle
bad.
look?
I
No,
don't
that's
know.
Zod, the immortal.
Zod, I'm
Nosferatu
not
Zod,
familiar with.
Berserk.
No.
Oh, okay. I
you're probably
haven't. I
I
don't
mean, I
want
knew it's from
break my
Berserk, and I was
brain.
like, who is that?
Because I never read Berserk.
I'm not even going to explain Zod the immortal, so y'all look that up yourselves. You have the internet. Look them up. Nosferatu Zod.
Oh, okay. We'll look that up and see. I'll look that up. See, you learn something every day. But all but all fun though. But seriously, you have to notice that masculinity is under threat within the last couple of years or so. And I'm getting, for one, I'm frankly getting tired of it because I think that masculinity is getting a bad name, and I don't like that. And I don't like that being taught to young boys that they should be shamed of their masculinity, that their masculinity is bad, them bad men. And I don't buy that. And I don't like the fact that it's getting chomped out, or that
Oh, there's
men.
more ways that you can add to that too. The fact that they're trying to teach boys to always apologize to the girls for being toxic. They're trying to teach them how to move away from the girls. Not like they're actually trying to diverge them from being masculine, or at least doing things that most men would do, which is open the door for a girl, pull a chair for a girl.
Yeah, nobody does things like that anymore. Those are,
They're basically discouraging them.
I don't do it because why treating a girl nicer than the man unless I want to put my D in there. If you know what I'm saying.
What you trying to say, man?
I said why treat a girl ain't nicer than a man unless I want to put my D in there. If you know what I'm saying. So that's why. That's why I never really did dating stuff like that. I open the door for them.
I open
That's
doors
the
for
wrong
people all
idea,
the
dude.
time.
Fizz, dear. Women, girls appreciate a man that respects them that way, even if it's not a woman you want to take home. You still want to give her that respect. So you open the doors for all women. You pull the chair out for all women.
Common
You
courtesy.
pull the table out for them. It is courtesy and respectful. And despite maybe these woke nuts won't like it, but women do appreciate that, and they miss that. I miss that. I always appreciate it when a man would open the door for me, or would pull a chair out for me, or would even back in school carry my books for me. I'm not that girl, but they used to do that. So women do appreciate that, Fizz, and you'd be surprised how, if you're like that, you probably would get more phone numbers if you like that. They may not say it, but they do appreciate that.
You get the digits,
think
and later
that-
you get the draws.
Yes. So you want to try it like that. Catch what flies for sugar. So if you if you're more like that, Trust me, Fish. Trust me on this. You will get more digits. Trust me
Star,
when
you
I
about
say
to
that.
say something? Go ahead.
Well, I tend to do it, open the doors myself, and especially if people have that, because I think it's like it could be something that could be both men and women do, for each other, and I think people appreciate that. The world would be a much nicer place if we both opened doors for people. And I really appreciate it. Like if I'm doing Uber deliveries and someone opens a door because I've got like something in my hand, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Or what happened with me? I came in and this guy was, getting the trash out, which is like not fun. Part of the, part of the working workforce, doing restaurant work, and that's like the grunt work. Usually you're the first person there, so I opened the door for him because he probably made his day good, and then he opened the door for me later. So it was very nice.
Yeah, we need to do more of that. We need to do more of that. When I was in the hospital, and I was out of the hospital, and I was going back for follow-ups for my surgery, the valets there were very, very nice. So when I got out the car, they would open the door, ask me if I needed a wheelchair or not. They were very, very courteous, very, very nice, right there at the door. I didn't have to wave them down, flag them down. Hey, stray over here. They weren't sitting there with their, with the headphones in the ears, not doing anything. They were very much doing their jobs, and I very much appreciated that. But that's another thing that is missing from its chivalry, and I think a lot of it comes from these woke bots that have this "I'm a woman, don't do anything for me" kind of bull crap, and that's destroying the men being that courteous, because
And ruin our own romances. Dang it. It's like, go away. Just because no one's asked you out doesn't mean we would like to be asked out.
Exactly.
By the way, Star, did feminism ruin romance stories for you?
One more time, Chris?
Did feminism ruin romance stories for you? Because I assume the romance stories have changed since.
Well, it does seem like it's very hard for. What's not fair is like really genuinely strong female characters. Sometimes, like, even if they are being genuine and they're working and doing their thing, sometimes I can be like, ugh, I don't like this person because, ugh, it sounds like they're trying to tick off their feminist boxes.
You didn't like Katniss?
Yeah.
Katniss, I read the books and it was such a harsh environment that made sense to me, and she was kind of like, focused on what she was doing. That didn't bug me as much. For whatever, because she was kind of a hard A. I didn't like her that way, but I still followed her story, and that didn't bug me. But like, for example, I've watched this Jack Reacher story, and there's a female cop he's getting to know, and one time, like, something kind of traumatic happens, and instead of being sad or frightened, she's angry. And even though it made sense in the story and the made plot, I'm like, oh, come on, this is just, ugh. It was like, oh, we've been there, done that. I guess I'm just like, can we please just have vulnerable female counterparts? It won't kill us. Just one.
Let women be women and let men be men. Simple as that.
I have
Simple
found,
as.
yes, you're right. I have found. Fizz, that's a good question. Since this second wave feminism has started, I do find romance and love stories to be far in between. Oh, okay, I've always thought he was handsome. So yeah, Luke Evans. I always thought he was a handsome guy, but
you don't like women, right?
Yes, I know, but I still say he's handsome, but I know that he's not straight. But he's still a handsome man. It's sad,
Sad. No. Congratulate the man. If he like the saying says, more to power to him. But
Oh, I digress.
Doesn't stop a lady from imagining him, dating her.
I always found him attractive. I'm the only one on the planet that liked Dracula Untold. I thought he was a great Dracula.
I love that movie too.
Oh, well, thank you, Claire. Thank you.
I liked it.
I mean, this guy could even play
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was. I think there was something just a tad bit like there was something. It needed a little something, and then it left at the end, and you're like, wait, I want to know what happened. It just was like it ended a little too soon. That was the
I
only
mean, if we're
problem.
gonna be honest, Luke Evans would probably be a really good role to play Bruce Wayne and Batman just for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would.
Yes,
It would
I
have
agree
been.
with you, Final. I
It
agree
would.
with you.
I mean, it would have been a bad start to a Dark Universe did that mummy thing.
Well, here's the thing. I thought when they announced Robert Patterson, my brain went to what was it, Batman Beyond. He would have been perfect for that. I was like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
that would
Terry
have been
McGinnis. Terry McGinnis
yeah.
Batman.
Don't you
No, he would
think?
have been Jason Todd for me.
Who?
Jason Todd.
The second Robin,
Red Hood.
crazy one.
Red Hood.
Oh, gotcha. Ooh, that would have been cool too. Just that role is like, and it's
Yeah, the guy's
soft
not really
reboot
convincing
thing.
enough to be Bruce Wayne. It's like,
It's
are you kidding me that you're supposed? You got to be kidding me if you're supposed to convince me that the same Bruce Wayne and Batman would be played by the same guy who played Cedric Diggory in the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
I
I
agree
thought you
with
were
you,
gonna mention
Final.
Twilight.
In Twilight.
Ooh,
I
I am happy that you just straight up named Cedric
We know that,
Diggory
yeah.
instead of Edward Cullen.
Final.
Finally, I'm not alone on this one. I always call him Cedric. Everybody else call him Edward. Like, nah.
I mean, that's my first exposure to the guy since I was a kid. I mean, my mom is a huge
Exactly.
Harry Potter fan.
Exactly. Goblet of Fire is my favorite movie. I mean, everybody else say the other movies are better than Goblet of Fire, but I still love Goblet of Fire because he fought a fucking dragon. That was the biggest selling point of that fucking movie. Oh, he fights a dragon in this one? Oh, shit. Ooh, where my money at? Oh, I ain't got no money. Shit.
Who fought the dragon? I don't know. I don't
Harry.
Harry.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, so I
And
don't know that
it was-
genre
it was
very
like-
well.
And what the fucked up thing about that, it was one of the most volatile dragons, too. A Hungarian
Of course.
ponytail. It's like
Of
damn,
course.
they just want to kick this fool in the ding ding, don't they? Like, you better be like Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon. Oh yeah, we definitely need to get into animated characters too. In fact, we didn't get around to talking about the princes in Disney era, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
princesses.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
The first
Final.
thing. The first thing when regards
What's
to
that?
cartoons and masculinity, I think of course, He-Man.
Yeah, Dominic, that's the way I was too with Luke Evans. I've been a fan of a lot of his movies, and I was going back to what Final said. I think if he would have made a better Batman than Robert Pattinson. I am not being sucked into this. I don't believe 1 minute Robert Pattinson is Bruce Wayne. And then for what I'm hearing from all the people who've seen it and all the people on YouTube, he's playing Bruce Wayne in a different way. Okay, hello, Hugh Jackman. Go right, gotta go on. He's playing Bruce Wayne in a totally different way.
I mean, he's not Batman at all.
He's not. It's not Bruce Wayne. It's all.
I'm sorry, the fact that
I mean, I've seen Big Al's review.
she's getting stronger, guys. Congratulations, she's getting stronger.
No, I
She's
like
oh, Hugh Jackman. Okay, let's now continue. Let's statement.
I'm trying to stay focused because I know in a minute you're gonna throw a Chris Evans in there somewhere. So I'm trying to get as much out as I can before you sneak something in there. But I was
not
going to
saying
say
anything.
yes. I know you know you're gonna do somewhere. So I'm trying to be straight. I'm gonna try to stay focused in as much as I can right now. I like my heroes. And I like my heroes buff and masculine, manly. To me, a hero and buff like that is like the epitome. You guys have your stature imagery of what you think the feminine should be. Well, I have what I think is the image of what masculine would be, and there is nothing more masculine and makes you drool worthy than a man who is masculine and strong and shows off all the masculine qualities that make men beautiful. I like my heroes masculine and a little buff. I do. I will admit to that. And
Don't forget square jaw.
Hallelujah. Amen, sister.
yes, that's the way I perceive them. I've always liked
like the
heroes,
square
and that's
jaw,
the way I
too.
like them. Yes. Final, yes. Everybody on YouTube and their families and their pets and their mamas and their cousins all love this film, but also, oh, Patterson is the definitive Bruce Wayne, and I'm going. I
You
absolutely.
they like Robert Pattinson's Batman because he's hot. Let's just go with this. They like him because he's hot.
I personally
they
don't
can
find
finally
him
separate
hot.
him from Edward Cullen. Now,
I
they can call him Bruce Cullen.
I don't find him hot
if
at
they
all.
were, I mean, if I seen Big Al's movie review on the Batman, and I agree with that review. It's like, if you're making a Batman movie, certain expectations are made. This is especially the case with every comic book superhero, not just Batman. Like when you're making Batman, he has to be the embodiment of justice. He's everything what he is. He believes in the justice system, and the vengeance that he's fighting against is the general evil, not the individual evil. He's not the Punisher. He's not Daredevil.
Right.
He's not
Right.
Iron Man. Batman is Batman, and that's that. If you want a Batman story that's like that, that perfectly encapsulates what I'm saying about Batman, read Batman War on Crime. Besides, that's my all-time favorite Batman story.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm so surprised Ian McKellen said that, because he also said some really stupid stuff too.
No, he was responding to this. First of all, let me get to Final State. Final, I agree with you 100%. And the problem,
Hey, Victoria.
The problem, Final, is
Wait.
Robert Pattinson is not.
Where the hell is Child at?
Oh yeah,
Our good
I don't
friend
know.
Child the Flower.
Was she not here?
Let me
She
check.
should have
and
been. How the hell
Yeah.
Victoria gonna beat her first? Usually Child's the first.
see. Child, if you're listening, we're waiting for you to pop in.
Wait, what in the
Child.
world is going on?
Our usual person Child the Flower usually pop in too. A
Mhm.
friend of Leia's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
she's-
how did we get on the Magic Mike? Sorry, I was doing something else for a second.
You don't like Magic Mike?
Not a. It doesn't sound like it was a very good. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I never seen Magic Mike because I'm not interested. But
Yeah, of course, you fellas would be.
Nobody
But us
asked for your damn
female,
opinion, man.
no. Here's the thing. No, but
I
I'm
don't remember
gonna
asking
talk
you
about
a
Magic Mike.
damn thing.
No, I was gonna bring it up. I'm just gonna talk about it. But from what I heard, are women even attracted to that? I mean, those men
Yes.
don't seem very masculine. They're muscular, but not very masculine.
My point, exactly. They're kind of But then again, I was probably the only person that liked. The only guy I liked in NSYNC was the guy with the beard. Or what was it, the Backstreet Boys? I can't remember, but that was. I remember
Both of them
all
had
the
a
other.
bearded dude. Trust me,
Yes.
they bled into
They
one
must have.
another back in the days.
Yes. Yes.
You are.
But you know,
Like,
one of them
like-
had a beard, and that was the only one I was like, because everyone was like, "Which one's your favorite?" And I was like, I like the
You
one
sure
with the beard."
Are you sure you don't find this attractive?
Did,
domineering?
oh, it's that guy. Not really. He looks so skinny. I hate to say it.
You like them bulky, like you like a little back action.
Damn it!
Let me tell you something. Thor was when the first Thor movie came out. Again, I screamed in theater. Yeah, that's a hero. That's
Okay, I'm bringing it back. Okay, you guys are good now. You guys are good.
I adored when the first Thor movie came out. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it.
But is it natural? I'm just curious. Not that I'm downing on him for that, but is it natural? I just have to know.
Natural or fake, I'm on it. So it. I don't care. I don't care less. I don't care.
Is Wolf not has a Joker laugh now?
Laugh I can't say anymore.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
I think
sorry. I'm sorry. I blew
it's
screens.
speechless. Because listen. When
I
the
thought we
last
were talking about masculinity and not
we, oh,
like just the shall we say
Just
no, no,
women
no, no.
pining
That's
over the
listen.
pecs.
I was going to
no. Objectifying them.
no, I'm
Oh, we
not
don't.
objectifying. Yeah, okay, I'm not objectifying. Here's the thing I was going to
Didn't
say
we
before
just
I
do
finish.
that last stream?
I just,
We get equal amounts of
Uh,
opportunity
I
in
think
this
it's been
stream,
quite a while
guys.
since we used
All
that.
mm-mm. When the two now this is what I was going to say before I distracted Wolf. When we got the last two films from Phase 1, Thor and Captain America: First Avenger, those were my favorites because finally what I saw was again what encapsulate masculinity for me and and being a hero. Thor was the kind of hero I've been waiting on for years. Forgive me all, this is no offense on Batman fans or Batman since we talk about him, but I was just, that's all I was kept seeing. And I wanted something that was more to my taste. And I like the fact that they both look like guys that could be, masculine but strong leaders. Thor he would fight for his kingdom, for his family, for his home. Of Captain America fighting for the others that couldn't fight for themselves. And despite the fact that they were physically pecked, but still, again, that's another strength in masculinity. The responsibility, the willing to be a leader, the willing to take up that, and those are powerful traits as well that's being cut down now, and that make it have that.
And I even like to say this. I like to say this now. This time, bring it in with Ghostbusters because I've just been replaying the Ghostbusters video game.
Mm-hmm.
So, a few weeks ago, my parents seen Ghostbusters Afterlife. We rented it on DirecTV, and I'm just gonna say this with all my heart. I actually loved it. I loved Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's okay. A lot of
Actual
people like it.
tribute to Harold Ramis. And what I liked about this movie is that
Dang.
Egon.
Go ahead, Final.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so Victoria's
Egon has
comment.
always been like my favorite. All right, Egon has always been like my favorite out of all the Ghostbusters for some reason because I've always liked the smart guys somehow. But
That's okay.
after sadly hearing that Harold Ramis passed away, it's just like, oh.
Mm-hmm,
But in fact, we even see Egon at the very first scene in Afterlife, and now we know like.
Stop it, Wolf! Final is talking. How dare you do that?
You almost said something.
Right as I was talking about Harold Ramis.
Wolf. Because I love
Right
that
as I was
moment.
talking about Harold Ramis, and then this happens.
Listen, the actor's way too liberal for me, so it ruins everything. Unfortunately.
Oh,
I could give a flying flip what his politics are. I could care. As I said before, I'm on it. So I don't care what his politics are. As long as he's showing that body, you
He's
can
separating the character from the actor.
Okay.
Yeah, you can talk all the flip flop you want. As long as that body is.
Can you let me talk about Harold Ramis now?
All right, I'll put on something more dignified.
Okay. Now we will listen to Final. He was saying something very enduring, so I'm going to focus on what Final is saying. Go ahead, Final. Please continue.
Okay. Okay. So now after another episode of Wolf 10 Pranks, where was I gonna go with this?
You were talking about Harold Ramis had passed away. And you felt like a lot of people felt. Did you feel like something? Was it something fatherly, or you felt a leader had passed, or
I don't even know why, but I guess not much. Like I guess probably a father figure, kind of.
Is that why you enjoyed?
I did like that ending. Though.
Yeah, probably like Egon's whole character. Yeah, kind of. As looking at it now.
I mean, what is it? What was it? Because a lot of people are saying something like that. I unfortunately have not seen the film yet, but I do plan on seeing it. But you say Egon's passing affected you in what way? Does this go back to masculinity? Maybe the fact that he was a leader, or his leadership, or maybe
It's because of how. It's because of how it was there in them. Because Ghostbusters Afterlife takes place in Oklahoma, which might be Egon's hometown, which probably might be Harold Ramis's hometown. I think. Was it?
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, the reason why he went there is because Ivo Shandor originated there when he was actually doing some of the unnecessary surgery there before he went to New York. And yet, when he saw all that there, yep. And yet, when he saw that all that was happening there, it's just like, yeah, he had to take all the equipment, all the Ghostbusters equipment, and put it there, and run to the danger. Like, he didn't run from it. They didn't pull the Last Jedi, where Luke is now suddenly a quitter for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you say he ran towards the danger? Was he trying to protect someone? Was he trying to protect family? Was he trying to protect his legacy? Was he trying to protect the town?
It's more so of his town, but he had to shove away all of his family and friends for that. He knew they came first, but he didn't want them involved because like this is basically like his home. Oklahoma was his home. So now he had to protect his own town. So he had to ditch all of his family and friends and actually be alone, although at times Janine would come in. Oh, wait, Harold Ramis was born in Illinois. My mistake.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Oklahoma was just Egon's town.
So
yeah, he had to... Oh, go ahead, Leia.
No, go on. I think that's one reason why so many people, when I hear people talk about the movie, I think that's why so many people took to the movie and liked it because, like you said, Egon wasn't demasculated. He didn't run from the danger. He ran towards it for a reason, and I think it was also for protection, perhaps.
Yeah, pretty much from his own town, basically protection.
Well, because that's a part of masculinity as well. The protection of family. I know he has a granddaughter in the film, and he has
who looks a lot like Egon just from the glasses and the look.
Dead on look-alike. Even the mannerisms of talk.
Yep.
Down to the T. By the way, the brilliant star that shines through the night. The iron wall, the words of evil. Rise, our man stands before you. Rise up, chop. Rise up, kick. Can you shut attention? Rise up, man. Stand before you.
By the way, Star, did you find the boys from Final Fantasy 15 attractive or?
Who?
The main party of Final Fantasy 15.
Noctis, any of the he's okay looking. I mean,
he's okay looking. But give me Gladio. Yep. But give me Gladio.
He's not bad. He's not bad. He's a little beachy for me. Let me put it that way.
Gladiolus?
No, wait. You're an Ignis person.
Bishonen, like very pretty boy. So he would if I was 12, maybe he would have been more attractive. Let me put it that way. Now that I've gotten much older, my tastes have changed.
Oh, you don't care what he looks or what he wears or what he look like as long as he's a good cook. I have a new recipe.
No. When you see what that I'm talking about during the game, but then later when we see Noctis in the future, like all screwed up, and suddenly you're like, wait a minute, who this?
Yeah, I was like, oh, laser gonna
orange. Oh,
Yeah. Then it suddenly was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait.
Speaking
it's
of
been
300,
hang on, Fizz. It's been scientifically proven that if a man grows out his beard, the ladies come running.
To a certain length. To a certain
Certain
length.
men. Some men it looks great. Others it just is like, it's the luck of the draw.
Some men,
yeah, go ahead.
Some men it does. You're right. For some men, some faces look very dignified. For other men, they look like I can't see their faces hiding behind a bush, or they're homeless looking, dragged through the trash. So it's according to how they wear it. Gandalf fits because he's
Or
this
Gimli.
worldly. Gimli fits because he's a dwarf, and they normally have very long beards. So I can kind of get that.
The dwarf
I mean, since the dwarves live underground in Lord of the Rings, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's cold down there. They gotta keep warm.
They need rug for a face because of that.
I will say one thing though.
Minecraft dick or deep.
I don't want to throw this whole thing off track, but it's something I was just thinking about. Do you guys remember, like, there was, I don't know if it was last year or something, where they were talking about different armies were putting out promos to join them? In America, we had, the girl with two moms kind of thing and animated, and it was like, bleh. Did you guys see the Russian one? Did you see it?
Oh, yeah. That was hardcore, man.
Oh, it wasn't just hardcore, my dude. It was like you saw a back shot, you saw, oh my goodness, first it's like him, like what he's fighting for. He's fighting for home and family and that sort of thing. And then you see the training montage and he's like ripped like nobody's business. I'm like,
and he among brothers too.
I was like, oh dang it. Later on now, I'm like, damn it.
It's all about me. I run this army. It's all about me. I got 2 moms. I got a new girlfriend, now wife. It's all about me. No, when you look at the Russians, it's about brotherhood.
Exactly. Well, it's about nationality because everybody's always been like fighting against them. And so now you're kind of like seeing. And my point was, well, on the one thing, it was like, oh, geez, when I heard about what was happening in Ukraine, I was thinking, oh, no, we're doomed. And I live on the West Coast, so I'm like, oh, man, we'd fold. And then I'm like, but wouldn't it be awfully terrible if they're that rich? And I'm like, nope. No, we will fight for America. No treacherous. No,
I'm an American, not an
American, baby. Yeah. It's like
or not an American.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was like, no, I no. But it made me think of something, and I just thought about it now. When we don't honor and venerate masculinity, other sources will, and Russian, unfortunately, is overtaken by oligarchs and kind of mafioso-esque. I know it's more complicated, but I got a point. The point is, if we don't venerate it in a healthy masculinity in our culture, it'll rise from somewhere else, and we won't like it when it comes out. And it will be scary.
Yeah, I agree.
Something you fall for anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing that now. And that's why I'm noticing that as well. And because we're drowning it out so badly, like she just said, it'll come from someplace else and we're going to hate it. And then we're going to start whining and boo-hooing when we see the other countries have the masculinity, and we're going to be saying, no, that's not fair. And where's ours at? And I'm like, well, you didn't stand up for it. I think men, and I'm saying it here right now.
Like, you had it right there, way back, like, yeah, you had it way back in your time. Yeah, you had it way back in your time, and you're so proud of that. And that now we have this stuff now, saying with people saying, no, you can't do that now. Like, oh, you get socially constructed. Like, everything's socially constructed. No, it's freaking not. No, it's freaking not. It's like, the reason why you want this now, it's like, it's almost like a child's need an act of revenge. And now I'd like to ask you with this question. I'd like to ask all of you this question. Would you be docile and miserable in front of 1,000,000 people or be a rock star in front of 1,000 people? I even recommend to asking this question to any writer.
I'll be a rock star, but in front of 1,000 people.
You already
Yeah.
know my answer.
I would be the rock star in front of 1,000 people for sure. For sure.
What happened? I
No doubt.
like did something stupid. What was the question again?
It's like, would you be miserable in front of 1,000,000 people or be a rock star in front of 1,000?
Mm.
Don't you want to reverse those numbers?
That's
Maybe
a good
he
question.
should. Maybe he's
I
trying
don't
to
know.
make. Maybe he's trying to make a point about that. Maybe
You know what? Now I thought about it, I think he does
I
have a
mean,
point.
Yeah, yeah. He's making a point.
Meaning
Why?
the thousands of people are basically the few people that do believe in you versus the millions of fakers that say they believe in you.
Right.
Right.
yeah,
Makes
I've
sense.
heard about this question because I've just been watching Literature Devil and how manga is actually succeeding today, whereas comics today are just now like in the gutter now.
Well,
And
that's
he asked this
because
question at the end of the video.
you definitely want to
right.
be 1,000 over the 1,000, but sometimes even the 1,000 that can blow up in
Hey,
your
if you want
face
to get
too.
biblical with it, didn't King Solomon bring 1,000 men instead of 1,000,000 men to war and he won?
Was it Saul? I don't think it was Saul.
Was it
Oh, you're
Solomon?
thinking wrong person. That
Wrong
would be that was a judge. His name was, oh gosh, I can't believe it. Not Caleb. No, that was way older. Gideon. You're thinking of Gideon and how God whittled it down. He whittled it down to no, it was like 300. It was really it was a smaller amount than 1,000. But
I'm reading the wrong Bible then.
no, it was not 3. No, but it was that no, it was Gideon that whittled it down according to God, because God wanted a certain type of man, because a lot of the men, like, they would drink. The way he separated was the person who would take a drink of water and drink it and was still alert. The other people would just dunk their whole face in and not be alert. In other words, it was the quality of man that was whittled out of the army to the point that only either they were alert and would listen. So he only got the hardcore ones, and they used really clever techniques where they were crashing jars and they had fires lit all over the place to make it look like it was much bigger, and it caused confusion, and they ended up killing each other. The enemy did.
Nice.
Yeah. It's amazing what happens when you listen to God. You get some badass looking stuff. It's amazing. Well, yeah. And don't think it's not just those times. Some cool stuff happens. Like
Oh yeah.
like the most violent it just reminds me of a guy, speaking of masculinity, I'm blanking on his name, but his church, he lived in this church. It was like the worst Texas mass shooting ever. And it was this whole church. This guy just lost it, shot up this whole church. It wasn't his church, but it was next door, but it was a small community. And he ended up wounding this guy right in between. And it was stopped by what is that pro gun thing? I'm blanking on what's called.
The second, the 2A.
A gun instructor. It was a gun instructor, ended up shooting him, wounding him, and then the guy ran away, and then he ended up killing himself. But he said what happened was,
I'm sorry, I hate
it
to
all
laugh
got
at the side.
everything got slow. He could see it, and he swore that it was like something went through him, and he was able to shoot this guy right in between bulletproof armor.
Oh, enjoying the conversation. Cute little guy.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, hey, you want to say hello?
Amy?
NRA, yes. It was an NRA gun instructor. It's like the one time they talk about, oh, how bad they are. He ends up shooting the guy.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, the only way how guns are bad is how people use the gun.
Well, and also they
Yeah.
forget
Quote
that
Medea,
everyone learned how to
Pieces
shoot.
made of steel.
Peace is steel, my dude.
Yes. Peace be still.
by,
We got
the way,
all types
And
of battles.
by the way,
or
speaking of
the other
300,
one that I
Wait
love.
a minute, guys. Wait. Hang on. Let's start
The
finishing
other thing
story.
I say, an armed society is a polite society.
Oh.
That's
Which one?
Hi. Are you wanting to say hello, my son? Hello. Oh, he's just looking at it.
Oh my goodness. You gonna make the whole town melt?
That's
That's a little
adorable.
man. That's a man in
Yes.
waiting. That's a
Yes.
young man in waiting.
It
He's
is.
a young man. And he's pointing his finger and shaking it.
Magical day today.
Ooh, Goemon.
Now that's masculinity.
Yeah.
Is this an
embodied.
anime character?
Yeah,
Most
it's
of our
from
kids
Lupin
anime
the Third.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy is the Ishikawa Goemon the 13th.
Yes. Are you not gonna elaborate?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can let
I mean, I'm at least familiar with only like that guy and Lupin the Third because I know Lupin the Third is Arsène Lupin's great grandson. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's his great grandson, and of course he
Star.
is this guy in the
Not,
picture. He's
not,
the
to, not to cut you
descendant
off, Final.
of Ishikawa Goemon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
Ishikawa
to cut you
Goemon,
off,
who a lot of
Final.
people say is the Japanese Robin Hood.
So is he some sort of mystical character, or is he of
No,
royalty?
he's a
Is he
samurai that could do a whole lot of crazy
Mm,
stuff with his
okay.
sword.
yeah, he's a samurai.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. My son is gonna try to like bogart this whole show if we're not careful, and also it's getting close to like bedtime and stuff.
Oh man, I was gonna ask you about Sailor Moon.
All right.
Okay, let's ask Sailor Moon quick, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. When you consider Momoru, aka Tuxedo Mask, the epitome of masculinity?
In that universe, yes, he's really. And now, granted, this is a story from a female perspective, so all the women get superpowers and stuff. But it's interesting because he is the embodiment of Earth itself,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in his place in it, and so he's very like kind of he's the glue that gets everything that floats everything together.
He gets everything.
Yes, and he's actually a healing force in a lot of as the story goes on. He's much more. He does take a more feminine role, I suppose. Hey! Yeah. Sorry, my son has it, so he's trying to play with my phone here. Yeah, I know, honey. I know. We're gonna have to say bye-bye here pretty quick. But does that answer your question, or what were you asking specifically?
Well, I would say a man is a epitome of masculinity if he knows how to throw.
Yes, he was very focused because in the original thing, he was focused on trying to regain his memory. And his goal was to get his memory back in order to remember his parents. And he ends up finding out his great destiny. But he was focused.
Now you can't talk. Now you can't stop talking.
Yeah,
No.
I know. He really wants to talk. But he is it's softer masculinity, of course, because it's in a more feminine
masculinity. The man can penetrate things with his rose with quick precision and quick focus. Right there.
Yeah.
That's masculinity right there. Boom.
Well, if it was in the what was it? If it's in a John Wick universe, yeah, Mamoru would just be pretty stylish. There bad things would happen.
Him and
Momo-chan.
Momo-chan.
I love.
Hey,
Yeah, he'd be awesome. All right, we gotta go. It's kind of getting close to bedtime for little guy.
Yeah,
it's great having you around, Far, and thank you for your contribution to this topic. I look forward to seeing you again. And the little guy.
I'm very glad because I wanted to talk to people about the whole Russian thing because I was just like, so they've
Did we lose her?
I think we
The
lost her.
baby, he probably shut the microphone down. he, prob-
Oh,
he
oh
probably grabbed the
no.
microphone or something, and she may have had to disappear. He may have reached it or something, and or hit a button. He may have did one of the two, and hit a button, and we may have lost her. Oh, you want to see Rise of That's cute. Well, it's bedtime, so I can understand that she's got to prepare him for bed. So she probably would say more, but he probably, the little babies are. He probably smashed something, hit something, cut something up, or plug something. Because I was going to tell her, it was glad to have her here and have a good evening. So if she's listening, have a good evening, and I hope the little one has nice little dreams.
Hmm. So we're in the first hour. Y'all want to still contribute till we get at least like close to the second hour before we start wrapping up?
Yes, yes.
I was about to say,
Well, yeah. Fizz, go ahead and talk about 300 real quick. You were gonna say
uh,
something about
300. The first thing I thought when I saw 300 is why the Persians orcs, but
they're not orcs, man. They're representation of what how I forget his name. The storyteller is basically in a way the storyteller is misrepresenting them.
mhm.
That's how he's describing them. They're not orcs per se. This is just is what is his accounts
Yeah,
of the war.
Mm.
Just
So
like
this is
FEL,
300, not Lord of the Rings.
Right.
the real the real
Right.
FELTs
I
would
mean,
be in
I
a hundred
mean, I
like shape.
myself have orcs in my story. I mean, sure, yeah.
no. That's the thing. Like, why did the Persians look like that? Like, what the hell? What, anyways,
Did I just not explain to you?
exactly. As I get now, but like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on why first why
No, all of
300.
them were orcs anyways. That was the immortals. Just the immortals, dude. Everybody
Okay.
else was perfectly human,
Right.
aside from a goat that was smoking on some hooky.
Um, but
And even then, that's subjective.
okay, okay. 300. We got this.
Negro, you supposed to be talking about masculine. We ain't discussing the movie yet.
Okay, got it. Okay, got it. So
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 what about the Spartans that made you scream masculinity?
the only thing that made made me scream masculinity is the muscles. That's it.
Okay,
We got this big strong guy who's shirtless all the time and is fighting on the battlefield for his country.
okay. So quick explanation on why they were shirtless in the movie because book adaptation, and I'm pretty
Yes.
sure is you're probably familiar with why that is.
Yeah, because of Frank Miller comic.
Yeah, but why is it? Because they were butt ass naked in the comic.
Of course,
I
of
also
course,
But why do you think that is?
because that's how ancient Greeks fought, but naked
No.
a lot of times. I know that for a fact. Like ancient Greek
Yeah,
warriors
yeah,
fought
but no. Frank Miller drew them that way because of the statues that they made.
oh,
Yeah, that's the reason why they were butt ass naked in the comics. Granted, you are correct. Well, that's not the reason why they were naked in the comics. They were naked because he admired the artistry of the sculptures. Yeah,
okay. So they made him naked just like the statues.
yeah, that's why they were naked. Whereas in the movie, of course, they wore diapers.
Mm.
I'm putting that in air quotes, by the way.
But I thought I read that the Spartans, when they went to war, some of them looked like that. That's how they would dress.
No,
No,
this
they
is
were
not just naked.
Okay. Okay.
no,
I
they went
do
to
understand.
Yeah, they went to Thermopylae in armor. Trust me, they
Okay.
did.
They wear
Mhm.
armors well, for some. Well, maybe most they wore, but sometimes they fought naked. Depends on how hot it was.
Yeah,
With the statue story, Wolf is correct. He did base them on the statues, and if you see many statues of them, you look them up, you'll see that they looked that way. So he was inspired by that when he did the comic. So Wolf
they
is
even
correct.
they even made an ointment
Mm-hmm.
as a ritual for war.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah. By the way, I know that you could never have John McClane now in the modern day movie though.
Well, he's
No.
old now.
I'm talking about that character, a character like that.
I know,
No.
but damn it, you seen what they did? You seen what they did to freaking George? Why am I blanking on his name now? Why am I blanking on his name? I know his name.
Bruce Willis.
Thank you. You see
Yeah,
what
Bruce
they do?
Willis.
What they did to Bruce Willis these days?
Oh yeah, his career is just
He look like a
totally.
damn peanut right now. He like
Not talking about the actor. I'm talking
pea.
about the
Yeah.
character. The character. We never
I
had a
know.
character where we just okay. He has to protect his wife from a bunch of terrorists that have invaded the building. You probably the roles probably have to be
No,
reversed
that's
now.
spots filled in for with Gerard Butler with his Olympus series.
The roles probably have to be reversed now, but thanks to some people like Anita Sarkeesian.
Nah, it's still kept alive and well through Gerard Butler. Olympus series.
Olympus.
Olympus has fallen.
Oh, Olympus is fall. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Barry
kind of.
Mills movie.
Yeah. They kind of kept that
You know,
going.
he's still stoking. He's still stoking that trail right now. As
Mm.
old as he is, and as far as he's getting, you know, he going around with Steven Seagal pretty soon. Where you,
Yeah,
you
he
just,
won't be.
where you just can't stand to look at him now. Ooh-wee.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even stand looking at Gerard Butler when he was in the Phantom of the Opera.
You didn't like him in the Phantom of the Opera?
Well, he was slimmer then.
Yes, he was. I agree.
Yeah, but that's not the Phantom in that movie.
No shit,
It's like,
but did you also
even from
forget
that
that he was
deformed
also a
face, it looks
Universal
like a
monster too?
sunburn.
Did you also forget that he was a Universal monster too? Another Universal monster?
Yeah, he was Dracula in Dracula 2000.
Oh, you know your history. Good.
Yeah.
So
Very
So, I mean,
good.
I used to be kind of a big movie buff since I was a kid.
Good.
Yeah, I've been a movie buff for a long time, and I had posted. Sometimes I like to do that for fun. I posted the top 20 films. I think it was 1982, and I wanted to see, because I know you all are younger than bit, but if you look at those films, how many of them have you basically seen or remembered or heard of or now have been remade? especially the top two. The top two films are very interesting. What is one and what is two? Very interesting at that time, and that's about
Are you
correct.
familiar with the movie Some Like It Hot?
The black and white one, Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon and
Mm-hmm.
Tony Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Are you familiar with its remake though?
I don't
They
even know
remade
that.
that? I didn't know they remade that. Really?
Yep. You wanna know what it's called?
What's it called?
Boat Trip.
That's what Boat Trip was? Is that the one with Cuba
Mm-hmm.
Gooding Jr.? Because I thought that was pretty
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Well,
Oh.
that's about a gay
They were on
boat.
they got stuck on a gay cruise.
Mm.
Rewatch Boat Trip and rewatch Some Like It Hot. It is the remake to Some Like It Hot. And I pointed this out one time when I was watching it on Professor's rewatch stream of Some Like It Hot. Like, oh, they remade this movie. It was called Boat Trip. Now I didn't go into details as to what the movie entailed, you know,
Right.
but I
But
told
are
you,
they like parallel within plots?
yep, somewhat, somewhat. The reason why they get into all anything in Boat Trip is totally different. However, in Sun Like It Hot, they got into all women's singing group because they were evading crooks, mafia. Whereas in Boat Trip, they just happened into the gay cruise by misunderstanding. Or it's
Mm-hmm.
an altercation by altercation with Will Ferrell. Back when Will Ferrell was like a rising star at that time, in my
Okay.
opinion.
And
In
and the
my
plot
opinion.
and the plot of the movie is that I ain't seen it yet, but the plot of the movie is probably they had to avoid getting raped.
Not really.
Oh, uh,
It's just they're just making the most they're just making the most out of a bad situation
Mm.
or making friends along the way.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm eating, guys.
Yeah, because
that's okay.
got a bunch of straight men and a whole bunch of horny gay guys on a boat together. So I don't know.
They weren't
So
always after their asses, man.
uh
They had couples too on
Yeah,
there.
no.
yeah, they
But
after
the
the
thing is,
kick tonight.
so here's the thing though. In Some Like It Hot, they posed as women to blend in with the women. And Boat Trip, it was a one-sided affair. Cuba had the fake gay to get with this one with the dance instructor this time, whereas in Some Like It Hot, it was a music instructor. Or he's the lead singer that instructs the girls and choreographed the performances and what have you, Marilyn Monroe, right?
Hmm.
You had that one Hispanic lady that was in a few movies like Chasing Poppy, and she was Isabella from Rush Hour 2.
Rosalind
She was
Sanchez, I
in
think.
Oh,
she was the dance
Yeah,
that's
instructor.
what I remember.
yeah,
Uh,
right.
Yeah, Rosalind Sanchez was a dance instructor. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, Leia, you thought it
she
was
was hot.
bad. I will parse it. Yeah, she's hot. I'll parse. Oh, dude, watch it for just her with her titties always on display.
Okay.
Oh boy, so many times, especially in the water too. Just saying.
No
Just
problem.
saying.
No problem.
That lady don't mind. I'm just saying that lady don't mind getting naked in most apparently in most movies. I didn't seen any case where she was, but like that right there. I don't know if it was a body double though. I don't know if it was a body double, but dang it, if it was her, like, well, okay, you know, let them fly, let them fly. But other than that, it's a guilty pleasure for me. Boat Trip,
That's okay.
it's a
Oh,
guilty
that's
pleasure for me.
okay. That's okay.
Especially the dance number of, of Cuba doing dressed like a golden flamingo. No, a golden peacock. You know, he was replacing somebody who got sick, who was supposed to do the dance number. And the jingle that they chose is "I'm coming out." So on the nose. And of course he has to have a voiceover, which is so he's basically singing like a woman, but he's not really singing like a woman. He's lip singing.
He's lip syncing. Yeah.
Lip syncing. And,
Oh,
oh, we also had Vivica A. Fox in this one, so she was the ex girlfriend because she broke up with him in the beginning of the movie. So this is
uh,
the reason why they went on the cruise in the first place. Technically, they're supposed to go on the cruise so they can hook up with some chicks and get laid, whatever. Him and his homeboy.
I'm thinking.
But
I'm
since the
thinking.
homeboy insulted the gay Negro, can you let me finish the story?
Yeah, yeah. I got one thing I want to say about masculinity though, but to get go.
Yeah. We're gonna get back on track, dude. I'm getting there.
Hmm.
But what I was saying was like since his homeboy insulted the gay character, one of the gay characters, that's how they got on the boat because the manager basically took revenge or revenge his lover's insult. So that yeah. But other than that, like I said, it's guilty pleasure. So what you gonna say, Fizz?
One archetype that keeps popping up in modern media that I hate is the toxic masculinity villain. I mean, we had Lego Movie 2, we had Doctor Who in a purple suit, and that show I refuse the name.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Doctor Who in the purple suit.
we had lots of other examples. What's his name? Roman Sionis in that Birds of Harlequin movie. Really?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Well, it's Ewan McGregor.
I thought you were talking about like Ronin, like the main villain in the Ghostbusters 2016 one.
I didn't see Ghostbusters 2016. I'm not going to.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Why
Black
would you?
Mass. I know that pretty much is no
I mean,
reason.
I just already like went to see that because my mom really wanted to see that because she likes Melissa McCarthy.
Well,
I mean,
I
she
went in there out of curiosity, morbid curiosity, mind you. because I was like, you know what? I think we're giving this movie a bad rap. Look, hopefully it'll be all right, right? No.
Mhm.
I
Oh
mean,
Yeah.
boy,
I
you
mean, the
got a
one
wide
archetype where
awake.
you keep seeing. Yeah, there's
Well,
even like the one
first of
archetype that we
all,
even see in modern media today, aside from the toxic masculinity character, like you said, Fizz, is the himbo guy. Going back to Ghostbusters 2016, we see this with them. Chris Evans' character in the movie, Kevin.
Hemsworth.
Yeah,
yeah,
Chris Hemsworth's
yeah.
movie. Yeah, he's basically just like the dumb. Okay, if he's trying to be Janine, where's the? Okay, that is not even Janine at
I know
all.
Janine was not dumb.
That's an outright
Yeah,
disrespect of Janine.
Janine
that's a
was Janine
yeah,
wasn't dumb. No dumb. No, was
She was
she
no dumb
sexual?
bimbo.
She
right.
wasn't sexual
Absolutely.
either.
I
I
mean,
hated
yes,
Exactly
she
the
what
kind of
opposite
had
of
like.
that.
I mean, Janine.
Look, I'll tell you why they did this. I'm gonna tell you why they did this. Y'all want to hear why they did that?
yes, because I hate what they did
What
to
did they
Chris
do?
Hemsworth in that movie. I hate what they did.
Because they automatically assume the secretary is a dumb bimbo. Meaning that they don't do anything but what the man tells them to.
Which makes it
Yeah,
Right?
like
crazy. You didn't even watch
Janine.
the. Which makes it crazy.
Janine is not that stupid. She's
No,
not. I mean,
She
yeah,
never
she did have
was.
the hots for
No,
Egon, of
no
course.
but
secretary
she
was.
wasn't. But she
no,
wasn't stupid though.
no,
She
no.
wasn't.
His thing. It make it clear. Wasn't he didn't even watch the original movie because the secretary of that movie was not sexual. No, was not sexy. No was she dumb. So I don't get what the hell. I don't get what the hell you get Chris Hemsworth from. If you reverse genders, you would get you would get you would get some kind of ugly guy if you don't know, or some kind of plain guy.
Well, Fizz, I think they did that on purpose because again, they wanted to basically, and shut up for this slightly, chop his balls off. He was known.
They inverting the hot bimbo. That's what they were doing.
Yeah,
But she wasn't a hot bimbo though. What the hell?
she wasn't a
Yes,
bimbo.
we know that from our perspective she wasn't, but that's what they thought Janine was.
Right, right.
And no, she was not. Like, she was just there for the job, and she was pretty cynical with that. Yeah, she did
Exactly.
have the hots for Egon. Of course, even in the cartoon, yeah, she has a crazy crush on Egon.
Mhm.
But still,
Their eyes, they thought it's what Wolf just said, Fizz. They thought she was a dumb bimbo secretary that just followed the orders that the guys gave them. But Janine was nothing like that. I kind of thought it was sweet how she was sweet on Egon, but she was very
No
intelligent.
secretary was
She was
like that.
sassy.
If you
Yeah,
want to,
and she
if
was.
you want a gender swap,
Well, the thing
if you
is,
want a gender, if you want a gender swap, Janine, you would have a bitter male secretary intern or something.
Well, I also think it was
right?
it was also to
But
kill
other than that,
Helmsworth at the Helmsworth with time was Thor, so he was known as a very masculine man, and they wanted to tear that down. I think that along with what Wolf said, I also think they want to tear down
even
his
with them,
masculinity.
Christian, what was her name? Even with them, what's the actress's name? Christian Wiig, who played, I think that's her name.
Mhm.
Yeah, Christian Wiig, who's supposed to be Venkman. Like, she's always like having the hots over Kevin in that movie. It's like, okay, if she's supposed to be Venkman, why is she not really that cynical? Why is she not like much more of like hitting on the guys, much like Venkman is like hitting on the ladies, because Venkman is a
why she
ladies'
have
man.
terrible taste?
Right, right.
I thought
You know,
I mean, even my character Astrapi in Light and Darkness, like, he's basically the Lancer in the team. My original intent that, yeah, he is pretty much going to be a ladies' man, because every time when there's a Lancer in the 5-man band, there's always going to be the foil for the leader. They're always going to be heavily based on the characterization of the leader. Like for
and plus they
Fotia,
joke about a one wonton. You want a wonton? I only give you one wonton. You
Uh,
want two? You want two? I give you two. I give you two wonton.
I heard that. I had that joke and flushed away. So
Just one to wonton. I give you one wonton. I give you three. Three wonton. Okay, three wonton. That's me attempting a Chinese accent.
no, that's okay. It's very good.
Did I nail
No,
it?
I think yes, you did. Very good. Bravo. But that's another factor. I was
Hey,
going
don't
back
stroke
to
my
what
ego. Tell me I did it wrong.
you did fine. I would not lie to
It's
you.
just like in
I would be
it's
very
like that
honest.
one intro in Team Edge where Matthias and Jayfair is just like, hey, put the priest on, put the priest on, put the priest on, who put the priest on? Why would you put the priest on? How you tell you put the priest on? Why'd you put the priest on?
Okay, 7 one time. I give you 7 one time. This is 10 one time. It's 7. No, can you count? You got 7 one time. No, that's 10. That's too much one time. It's too much one time. I give you 6 one time. You want 5 one time? I give you 5 one time.
Great, now it sounds like he's in a cattle auction.
Now, I was gonna say about the toxic masculinity villains that it can be done well if they're fighting another male.
Well, see, I'm sorry. I was. That can be true. I was just saying another trope. Back to Ghostbusters. Yeah, is I don't like when they take a masculine man and they try to take his masculinity away, and they do that to Chris Hemsworth a lot. And sadly, we're going to get more of it in Thor: Love and Thunder, which I refuse to see because I've had enough of that.
What you're saying, Leia, is that they're encouraging women to stop a man from being a man.
Yes.
It's been encouraged in real life. They stop a man from being a man. A man takes charge.
Exactly.
Women like when men takes charge.
I do. Yes.
Men taking charge.
It's very sexy when a man takes charge. It is. It's not toxic. It's sexy. Again, and I agree with you. It's very sexy.
It's an inferiority complex. That's what it is.
If they know how to do it in a way, they can take charge. But if they know how to do it in a way that respects women and respects the people around them, then that's the beauty of it. The negative side is when they take it and they use it in an abusive, browbeaten way. Then it's not. They don't know the difference. They just think it's all in the same.
That's not masculinity. That's inferiority.
Right. And that's what they're mixing up because of their ignorant and their prejudice. That's what they're mixing up. Taking charge doesn't always be negative.
Complete insecurity.
Yes. Right. That's insecurity.
I mean, I just kind of mentioned this kind of.
Go ahead.
I just kind of mentioned the blatant sexism in Hollywood in my Harley Quinn video I'm currently editing. I mean, the show is blatantly sexist. I mean, if you made this show with genders in reverse, this would not be allowed on TV.
We still waiting on that. You don't need to mention that.
We would love to see it.
We're talking about masculinity, fool.
I know. Like blatant sexism in Hollywood. I said, blatant sexism in Hollywood.
Yeah.
If you reverse the genders in that show, this will never be made.
No shit.
I saw a video, and I've got to post it too on MeWe. I just saw it today, where since we're talking about
something unrelated to what we're talking about, as always, from your channel, shameless promotion.
Shameless promotion.
Shameless promotion, man.
They did a discussion.
It is an insecurity.
Yes.
Not only it's like an and I like to even point that to a song that I actually posted from DA Games and the Dawn of the Demetrix album, which is actually Vengeance. And in the story, it comes straight after Biobond, to where in Vengeance, where the whole song is about people who criticize others when they're no better than the people who they criticize. And so when they get to the bridge of the song, it says, talk to the hand that feeds, talk to the fucking choir that feeds, because it's basically just angry at each other. It's all like everyone is just angry at each other.
Yeah. How is Abby not quote unquote toxic masculinity?
Apathy? Is that what you're saying?
Abby. How's Abby not quote unquote toxic masculinity? That's what I don't get.
Who is Abby?
Oh.
The Last of Us 2.
Oh.
The man thing.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that. A lot of people were upset about that.
She's not the transgender, guys.
I know, but she looked like a dude.
Yeah, true. But but there's also Lev, so just pointing her out, just making a distinction there.
I know she's not transgender, but still she look like it's basically a man, but you call it woman.
He's saying she's not transgender, but they gave her masculine characteristics.
A body. Yeah, it looks like a woman, a dude, a woman.
We talking about men, dude. You should have
I know.
said that shit in the femininity.
I know. I no. I talk about. I was talking. What I brought up is how is she not toxic masculinity whenever they talk about toxic masculinity.
That's toxic femininity. You trying to make the women look like that's toxic femininity right there.
Mm, mm, no, because just like I'm tying into what
Yeah,
Final
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. It's toxic feminine because they want the women to look like men. Women want women to look like men. That's toxic femininity.
Not talk about her personality.
Now, if you
Like
want to
how's
talk about
that
toxic
character?
masculinity, you want the man to look like a woman. Reverse it, man.
So Utana? What? That's that? Was
No,
that
not Utana fool.
it?
Bite your tongue on Utana. You lucky Star wasn't here. No, I'm talking about freaking. It's toxic masculinity when you make a dude into a woman and he still be angry. It's toxic femininity when you make a woman into a dude and she's still angry. Have you noticed when they do that shit? All these motherfuckers are fucking aggressive.
Yeah, I know.
Again, that points back
Catra,
right to the Vengeance song that I just posted.
Yeah,
yep,
it seems like they're
is mostly inferiority, Chihuahua syndrome.
Mhm.
yeah, most of them is all of this that this attack on masculinity is really out of anger and vengeance and prejudice because they don't believe you can be prejudiced against males, but that's what we're seeing and why they're doing this out of their own prejudice, their own hatred, and their own insecurity and their own unhappiness. And that is why they're doing this. They're trying to squash out the beauty in masculinity because like again there's beauty in it. Now another type of, I like to call it a negative masculinity that I'm seeing growing that I really don't like is the man child or a grown man acting like he's still in puberty. And I'll give you two examples of people who do this and I can't stand them. One is Seth Rogen and the other lately has been Channing Tatum, who are acting like they are still 13 and 12 years old. I have never liked Seth Rogen. I've never liked
And
him.
Tatum's
I
kind
don't
of
like him
distancing
now.
himself from that, though.
I'm sorry.
Said Tatum is actually trying to distance himself from that now.
Well, not in this new movie. Have you seen the trailer for this new movie called he's got away with Sandra
Lost
Bullock
City?
coming out? Yeah.
Yeah, Lost City.
Um
He ain't no man child in that one.
he kind of comes across as that to me.
It's just that pretty boy face.
I don't know. I think it's the way he's behaving. You know what? Maybe it's me again. Maybe because I'm older. Has anybody here seen *Romancing the Stone*?
He's got
Michael
frat
Douglas
boy
and Kathleen.
syndrome.
Yeah,
That's what he is. He's frat
that's what.
boy.
Yeah. Well, that's a better word then. Let's put it like that. That's my frat boy syndrome, and I don't like it because I think at some point, as a man, you got to let that go and capture manhood more. The Lost City reminds me of back in the day, *Romancing the Stone*. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it or watched it with your parents, but it was with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. Lost City has a similar storyline to *Romancing the Stone*. And in that one, Michael Douglas was more of the masculine type that I would like than what I'm seeing in Channing Tatum in this new film. Now, that frat boy syndrome is what you're talking about, Wolf, but I think that's a turnoff when a man reaches a certain age. And I'm not seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing grown men. I mean, the 30s and 40 years old acting like they're frat boys. And it's time to put that to rest because it really isn't sexy and it really isn't attractive. Seth Rogen does that. I like too. I'm sorry, Seth Rogen fans out there, but I've never liked the guy.
In my case, I'm only fine with the man child thing when it's a comedy.
Okay.
So
right.
it doesn't matter. But when it's trying to make a serious story, like for a sudden death be inspiration for kids, like Seth Rogen should never be doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show.
Right. I'm not thrilled he's on that. I get what you're. Go ahead, Fizz.
Imagine the standard of masculinity we had when little kids could watch Ninja Turtles and look up to frat boy Ninja Turtles.
Seth
And
Rogen is going to destroy the Ninja Turtles. I can guarantee you
no, I
that.
mean pothead Ninja Turtles. That's all I'm thinking. Who, uh, and
he
then they're just horny all the time. They smoke pot. That's what I'm thinking.
that could be what it do. And back to your point about in a comedy, Fizz, I will take it in a comedy to a certain point. Now, maybe because I'm mature, so I see it differently, but to a certain point, that frat boy humor starts to wear off with me. I think it's to a certain point in a certain type of film. Maybe if the character is maybe a bit younger, maybe around the age that you are, or maybe in their early 20s. But when I see an actor that is 25 and up and they're still acting like frat boys, I find that to be an absolute turn off. And part of masculinity is maturity. And I think at some point the maturity can still be embraced. You can still have your humor and have your fun, but you still should embrace the masculinity as well. And that's why Channing Tatum is turn off for me, because I know he's past 30 and there's still that frat boy mentality in him, and it's just a big turn off to me. Seth Rogen has just been a big child forever. Just in all his movies, he has just been a big child. And I think he rejects the idea of heroes. And I think this masculinity, his maturity goes back to heroes. I think he rejects it because I thought his Green Hornet film was atrociously
Oh
bad.
yeah, I know.
That was
He crapped on Green
atrocious.
Hornet. He crapped on Green
Yes.
Hornet and
Yes.
made that movie. I
Because
mean, in that movie, Kato was essentially the superhero, and then Green Hornet is a joke.
right, exactly. And I did
That's
not
what he
like
thought
that.
about Green Hornet.
Hmm?
I said that's what he
Yeah,
thought about Green Hornet.
But
Yeah.
that's me. But that's how he sees all of them. That tells me he sees all heroes like that. And when the way he sees him, he does all the characters like that. That tells me a lot about how he's thinking. And I think he's thinking like a lot of these guys out there now. They want to drop these heroes down to their level. They don't want to rise up. They want to drop them down to their level. They
I won't be.
figured, well, I can't be that, so
I
I'm
don't
going to
wanna
drop
get
him down
mad
to
like
the
you
Heroes are
level.
supposed to
motherfucker.
inspire us, not be us.
I know. I won't
Exactly,
be
Final.
surprised. I won't be surprised if we
Like
got
this picture of Ryu that's on right now. Peak. Not only martial arts, what Ryu throughout the whole Street Fighter series is supposed to be, but also absolutely masculine. And the whole reason why he fights to fighting his own insecurities, because he has the Satsui no Hara within himself after he pretty much killed Sagat.
I won't be surprised if in Seth Rogen's
Negro, we ain't getting
Ninja
that deep in
Turtles.
that lore.
I won't be surprised if
I know,
Seth
but
Rogen's
still.
Ninja Turtles.
I get the point. Final
know.
was making it
Okay.
a very good point. That was the point.
Okay.
And
I
I'll
won't-
let you get in there, Fizz. I'll let you get in there. I'm just gonna say that, and
Just
then I'll
cross
let you talk.
Okay, I won't be surprised if it's Seth Rogen's Ninja Turtles. We got April O'Neil being the true hero, and all turtles just jokes, and they all kind of like same setup as we got Santa Inc or something. Where we got April O'Neil is a super confident woman, and all the turtles just jokes and too high to do anything right.
Knowing his state of mind, he might do this. Just goes back to what Final said. Your heroes are supposed to make you, inspire you. Rogan doesn't want to do that. He wants to
I
tear
wouldn't be
these
surprised
characters
if
down.
he's a rape joke in it too.
Yeah, because that's how he sees himself. And I'm seeing that across the board. Another show I don't like, and forgive me for those of you out there, this is not hitting anybody, but I just could not get into The Peacemaker.
I ain't
I
watched
don't
it
even
yet.
know what that's about.
I never bothered watching it
that
because James Gunn doesn't give a fuck about the character or the source material.
You
I
are
know
dead.
Vigilante. Exactly, Vigilante in that show is nothing like Vigilante in the comics. I ain't watched it yet.
If you want my advice, I mean, I'm not telling you, I'm just giving you advice. You can really skip it. You can really skip it. I tried to watch it. I couldn't even finish
about
it.
that China chewing, big jaw, perpetual frown having ass motherfucker.
Oh, he said in an interview he
John
didn't care to
Cena.
read. Yeah, he's just the way you described him. He said he didn't care.
Look like he chewed on some marshmallows and shit.
But keep in mind, James Gunn never respects the source material of any comic book he's adapting. Just look at Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Kind of got a point there.
But But the basic elements of Peacemaker from the comics are still there, but Vigilante is nothing like how he is in the comics at all.
No.
They got
Vigilante.
the nerve to criticize Batman. Fuck off, show.
Yes, yes. See, that's the problem. That's what I'm not enjoying. I'm tired of seeing these goofball, lazy, good for nothings trying to and directors turning them into heroes. I think it's because that's how they see themselves. Because Peacemaker was
Or I'm so sick and
ridiculous.
tired of criticizing real heroes.
Exactly. Exactly. I am getting so fed up seeing that. I agree with
How
you,
is
Wolf.
Peacemaker any better than Batman? Because
I'm
you
getting
know,
fed up with that
like
too.
Batman.
Like,
You
I
don't
even
know.
see this with the that one Dungeons and Dragons animated show
Uh,
where everybody is
Vox
just an
Machina.
asshole.
Legends. I saw the first 2 episodes. That was bad.
Vox?
Vox Machina. Legend
It's
of
not even
Vox
a
Machina.
name.
The Legend of Vox Machina. I watched first 2 episodes of that. I did a whole live stream on my channel talking about it. It was not good. It's basically like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Absolutely, because everyone on that show acts like an absolute asshole.
Pause,
They get
pause,
drunk all
all
the
the
time. They get into fights.
now that they all the same character,
pause,
copied
pause, pause, pause,
repeatedly.
pause. Dominic's comment. In this current topic of discussion, my male role models besides family members are, oh, that's nice. Family members are your role models. Awesome, dude.
Yes, yes, very nice.
Our Schwarzenegger, he's debatable. Sly, he's awesome. Norris, he will remain forever infinite. Bruce Lee, may he rest in peace and live on in our memories. Mr. Rogers, hello, neighbor. Dave Chappelle, the black sheep of comedy. Tommy Oliver, that's Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Dragozord. Stan Lee, of course. Excelsior, Kirby. Let the what's to say about Kirby?
Wait, is it like Jack Kirby?
Yes, he's talking about Jack Kirby, but
Okay.
I was going to do something new Gods related, but whatever. And countless others. Good on you, Dominic, but yeah, Schwarzenegger, he's still questionable.
My problem with Vox Machina is that all the characters are the same with each other. It's like I'm fine with one character just being the other asshole, but not all the characters being the same with each other. How about you, Final?
Yeah, and that's the one thing that you should avoid of writing. And this is even the problem with Star Wars that's been very present since I like to say since when Disney got the rights to it, when they made Episode 7 probably. But it's very present in the Book of Boba Fett. Look at what they did with Boba Fett.
Oh
Boba
God,
Fett is
yes.
just now this one character just seeking redemption. So I was like, okay, Boba Fett's a bounty hunter who takes shits from no one. And I even had this with my dad. I was like, okay, wouldn't Boba Fett suddenly be nice when like the
Does make
Tusken
sense.
tribe now revived him? Okay, first of all, like the Tusken Raiders are savages. Fuck off.
Exactly.
And besides, Boba Fett takes shits from no one. He's a bounty hunter. You can argue, yes, he's an anti-hero. He gets the job done. He's just there for his job, and that is his profession.
I wouldn't
And
call him
certainly there are
anti-hero.
mercenaries. Huh?
I wouldn't call him anti-hero.
He's a villain, but he's a villain the same way Deathstroke's a villain.
I wouldn't call him a villain either.
What would you call him?
But yeah, and certainly there are.
He's an antagonist for sure, but he's far from a villain. He doesn't actually see. Here's the thing that you guys are probably missing. He didn't go after Han Solo because he's the villain. He went after Han Solo.
He's just there for the job.
Yeah, he's there to get paid. He would if there was a bounty, if there wasn't a bounty on Han Solo's head, he wouldn't give a fuck about Han Solo.
Yeah, but that's you're right.
Yeah, but now he's after him. Now he's after Han Solo because he was there to get paid by Jabba. He needed Han in order to bring him back to Jabba.
And the only reason why he went after Luke because it's not every day that a Mandalorian gets to fight a Jedi.
There's your prize.
I mean,
right?
the Mandalorians were absolute enemies of the Jedi, and the Mandalorians are really aware of who the Jedi are because they've been fighting for so damn long.
Well, see, here the thing is like you said about Wolf is right about Boba Fett, because that's what he told Darth Vader. He's no good to me dead. He was just thinking about the money. He said, I'm not going to get paid if Han Solo is dead. So that's what I'm more concerned about. But the thing about Boba Fett, guys, is I don't know if the show really got him. It's like they were trying to turn him into something that he's not, and that's been the problem since Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what they were trying to
I mean,
do.
he's just basically Anakin all of a sudden. Like, I know it's the torture pass because he actually Boba Fett's cathartic neutral. Thank you, Neostar. But I mean, yeah, you can argue, he did have a tragic past like last time because he lost his father to Mace Windu. But uh, and that's the one thing you should always avoid when writing, is to avoid making the characters so look-alike. You need to make them different. Learn actual diversity with your characters and even with your genre, with your stories. Not with someone with basically being with their race, their ethnicity, their character.
Hmm.
I agree. I agree. And that's the problem, final, I've been having with Star Wars since it's been under Disney. It has
Riddle me
not been
this.
Star Wars. Hmm?
How the hell you get cyborgs on fucking Tatooine?
You see,
I'm not questioning that.
you see
Oh,
there,
I'm
but it's like Final said, it's they're putting things there that
granted,
people.
granted, you could say that Luke and Vader are technically cyborgs, but people are outright. I'm talking about people that outright modify themselves. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's gonna be difficult to explain.
It's,
Let's see
Yeah,
how
because now
it,
they
accurate
have
you
this
like to
like
point
what, this
out.
well, th-
cyberpunk
hang on,
look
hang
to
on,
them.
hang on, hang on. It's an in-universe explanation, and it's still stupid.
Yeah, because like Dave Filoni always likes to
So
take
apparently,
certain concepts of sorry.
so you're bored on a desert planet. You gonna modify yourself. What the fuck you gonna do once you modify yourself? You still on a desert
Well,
planet?
now soon gonna need less water or something.
They still drink water.
That makes sense. I know
My
still have
thing
to drink
is,
water, but you need less water.
the my thing, no, my thing is, you are not getting off the planet, but you modify yourself because you're bored.
Yeah, I
That's what
agree.
I'm
That
saying.
doesn't make any sense.
Now, if they said
Yeah, I agree.
they're trying to make their bodies better to withstand a harsh environment of Tatooine, then I would let that shit go. No, my friend told me that the reason why they modify themselves is because they ain't got shit to do. I'm like,
What? Just leave the planet.
Well,
Just go to
where's the
just go
story in that?
just go to the cloud city that Lando's from.
and they have look, disregard the whole floating Vespa thing. I threw this comment at Troy one time, one of his Friday night last calls, when he was talking
Mhm.
about that episode. I told him like look, we can still bring up the diner in the prequel trilogy. Here's the reason why I'm actually okay with that diner in episode 2, as opposed to these knuckleheads in Book of Boba Fett, is because even though that's a diner on Coruscant, they they took great pains to make it look like it exists in Star Wars. It looks like it fits, like design wise. These motherfuckers on hand look like damn stage performers. That's what I'm talking, like the
Mhm.
problem. The thing is, I brought the bar first
Because it's
before I.
like, oh, Tatooine's evolved. It's evolved from that. Okay, even though Tatooine is a backwater planet in Star Wars.
What's wrong with me? Yeah, he's wanting me to play a clip. I don't know if what's going to do if I download it. That's all, Rhett. So I'm not going to take that chance. But yeah, it's like when I look at the every time I look at that, and I look at the diner and any other stuff that's in Star Wars related stuff, right? I'm like, these guys stick out like a sore thumb. They really stick out. Everything else is in color, but they're the only color that don't fit with that color. Y'all get my drift?
Yes, yes, I
Absolutely.
follow with you. Yes.
Like a cantina, sure, it fits. Because again, Tatooine's a backwater planet.
Yeah, but a lot of people tend to go back to that whole diner, Dexter's Diner. I'm like, Dexter's Diner looks like it belongs in Coruscant.
And see, those are the little, and those are the little details that you can tell that the directors and Disney doesn't get. They're not getting it. That right there, what you just described right there, is one of the big problems that they have. Coruscant and Tatooine are two different environments. So the world that fits in those environments is going to be different, like you just said. And either they're trying to smoosh the two together, or they're trying to turn it into something that it isn't.
Or they just think Tatooine's the default setting of Star Wars, which is retarded.
Yep.
Yeah. That's such they do not know that this world. They don't know it. They're taking it and they're trying to make it into some other genre, and it's not. And I feel like everyone that has worked on these Star Wars shows don't know
I think
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars and Star Trek are the same damn thing.
Yeah, they do. That's what they think. They think that's exactly what they're thinking. And you don't. That's why we're not getting Star Wars. That's why I don't understand why everybody is drooling through the mouth at all of these Star Wars shows. That goes back to the Mandalorian. That goes back
No
to the
shade
Book of
towards you,
Boba Fett.
Troy. Just to let you know, if you get
Yes,
this far into the stream, no shade on you.
yes, we're not.
You enjoy it. That's all you. That's all you do.
Oh yes, anybody
Yeah,
who's
because
enjoying these shows,
thing is,
I'm not
Dave
attacking
Filoni
you.
always likes to make. Yeah, it's like everyone likes to say Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are like the saviors of Star Wars. Are they really though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's better. I
Because
feel
Favreau
like,
like
has his stuff, but I tend like when it comes to Filoni involved, it's like dude, stop sucking your own dick.
yeah.
yeah, just like let Ahsoka die. Like Ahsoka should have died, or maybe she should have just like left off her arc when she left the Jedi Order, and that's it.
And we can just assume that she died.
I assume that Ahsoka died at the end of that Star Wars Rebels episode, which she met Darth Vader
Exactly.
again.
She should have died there, right after fight with Darth Vader.
I know. That's what I assume. But then apparently
Man,
she's
Vader's
dead.
bad at his job then, because he's supposed to kill all the Jedi purportedly,
Exactly.
save for Obi-Wan, of course. But still, like at that point, when Obi-Wan returns on the Death Star, that at that point, all the Jedi should have been dead, all but two, or rather three, if you count. Well, sorry, four. I'm fucking up my numbers now. Four if you count Leia. Not you, Leia.
I understand. Yes. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. I didn't flinch. You see, when being since I now that you put the picture up here, I've been a Star Wars fan since I was a child. If anyone caught the Hero Stream where I was part of that show with the professor, I talked a little bit in depth more. I mentioned Luke Skywalker as one of my all-time heroes. And that to me, he is Star Wars. He is Star Wars. And that's what I think they are not getting. And you can still have Luke a part of this. Like I always said, well, you could have done a streaming show about Luke adventures after Return of the Jedi. You could see what and what he was trying to do. But he is that type of hero that these Disney shows, forgive me again, we're not Troy, we're not picking. If you love these shows, I'm not attacking you. If anybody's listening, you're not being attacked. If you enjoy them, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're getting your time. I'm speaking for myself as someone who's been a Star Wars fan. She was a little girl and in the theaters and saw it and has loved it ever since. This is what I think Star Wars is about, and that's what I am not seeing with the Disney shows. I'm seeing with the Disney shows somebody doing something else but slapping the word Star Wars on top of it, and not being what he's supposed to represent. Because Luke is also a good example. Also, since we're talking about masculinity, when you look at his journey through all three pictures, I don't like to count the prequel trilogies because that's just plain garbage. But if you look at from Star Wars to Empire to Jedi, you really show the maturation of from farm boy to Knight, and then to Jedi Knight, and then with Empire, yes, it was a dark period for him. But what I liked about Empire that I always bring out is you got to pay attention to him at the end of the movie. at the end of the movie, despite every emotional blow he had in that film, and he defeat to Vader, finding out that Vader was his father, losing an arm, he still had hope and faith that things were going to get better. You see him at the end of that movie in the medical fleet while he's getting a new hand, still preparing about what we're going to do next. Yeah, he said, I'll meet you all on Tatooine. We know he has to go back and get his training, but there's this determination, and he also comforts Leia as well, that we're going to get through this. He doesn't take his father's fate. He doesn't go at the end and say, well, Vader's my father and nobody told me, so now I shall drop to the dark side and curse everybody out there in the Empire, and evil flashes and light. Okay, now you just think you're so funny. I was doing the dramatic. I was going into the best.
Okay, are you done? Here's your water.
Yes. He doesn't. He doesn't take that cowardly way. You see, I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to do it.
May I explain this for you?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I'll let you speak.
So yeah,
get
Luke.
Some water.
Like I said last time, Luke is not a quitter. He's not a pessimist. He actually does things to be there for his friends in times of need. And then now I even like to compare this contrast with the prequels with his father, Anakin Skywalker, how that went down. I mean, I have grown up with the Star Wars prequels since I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have rewatched the prequels plus the 2003 Clone Wars, and and you see how different from how all of that is. See, rather than taking the more longer and more wiser path down that road, Anakin started growing more impatient. He wished he would have all the things that he wished he wanted right now.
And Han's masculinity too. Han was always a cool dude. Final, I'm going to say you make a good point, Final, because yes, that's what you're right about. Final is because Luke is not a quitter. This generation, these woke quitters, they are quitters, and they want these characters to drop to their level. They don't want to rise. They don't want to rise to the level that Luke Skywalker rose.
They want someone else to do it, but the problem is that when you have that mentality, who are you really going to turn to get the job done? If you're going to want everybody to not do a damn thing, especially if you think you entitled to the right to criticize anybody who actually do a damn thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so yeah,
ahead,
Luke, he's the hero of the story. We know. Like I said, he's not a quitter, but his father, Anakin, he was kind of a coward. He was kind of this pathetic man who made a lot of bad choices, kind of made a bargain with the devil, as per se.
And do you think that, Final, you think that's the way the men see themselves? Maybe they feel themselves to be more like Anakin and they cannot rise to the level like Luke? Maybe they feel, oh, man, I made all these bad choices, so I might as well waddle in my own pity. Why should I try to better myself? And see, that's what I think they're thinking. And that's why
in Last Jedi we had Luke did quit.
But that was
because like the villains are not coming back. Like, okay, I wasn't saying like much of how like I'm not saying a lot of men should aspire to be Anakin Skywalker. You shouldn't. Not because Anakin's a bad character, it's because you really just pretty much do not want to be exactly like him.
Right.
Because the prequels are much more of a tragedy than anything else.
They are.
Like it starts off light, like it starts off with a kid suddenly becoming a hero, and then we see his adolescence when he's an adolescent in episode 2, he starts growing impatient, he pretty much growing into a brat, and then suddenly all tumbles down in episode 3 when he actually does turn over to the dark side.
Yeah, and that's his downfall. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I totally agree with you. But he's like embracing all of the negative, all of the things that could bring us down. You follow what I'm saying? And I think that's the
absolutely.
What holds us back and keeps us from not growing.
I brought Henry Cavill on this damn stream, and not one Anna the Star Wars girl. Damn it! I was hoping this time I was gonna bait her in. It didn't work.
Mhm.
Wait, she's in another state right now. She can't do it.
Oh, well, maybe another time. Because trust me, we'll come back to Star Wars because the Obi-Wan series is this summer, so it's going to come right back around again. So I have no plans to watch it because my reaction to that trailer has been the same as I posted maybe to every single show Disney Plus has done. This is nothing but nostalgia bait done wrong. And I think he's going to be a guest star in his own show. It should
Yeah,
be called
I think it's gonna be a bait and switch, and that the whole show is
yeah.
gonna be about Obi-Wan trying to redeem this Black Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
think it is. It's one of the two, or she's going to rise to power,
white
or
man
he's
trying
going
to
to redeem
save a
her.
black person.
Yes,
And
White
she
because
turns
savior.
good. And the reason why she got turned good is because
I
she's a
don't
black
need your
woman,
white
so she
savior.
can't be a villain.
I
A
don't
black
need your
woman can
white
never be a villain.
savior.
A black woman can never be a villain in the modern day entertainment.
Well, at least an
right.
Indian woman get killed in Star Wars.
Jedi,
Jedi Fallen Order, anybody?
Oh
what was
yeah,
it
oh yeah.
again? Oh.
Jedi Fallen Order, Trilla.
She look ugly. She look like a dude actually. Look ugly, very ugly.
Well, she is part. Well, she did get corrupted by the dark side. Of course, she's gonna look ugly.
No, well, we talking about no. Talk about the good one, the good lady in that game.
She got the bug eyes. She got the bug eyes. Bug eyes.
The one that's good, the one that's not evil. The
Siri.
Jedi. Yeah, I said she was ugly. Like she was hideous.
I'm talking about Trilla, fool. I ain't talking about no damn Siri. I know she
Oh,
ugly. She look like a damn ghoul. Yeah. Talking about Trilla.
oh, Trilla,
Is Syrah fucking Indian? Last time I checked, she was a black woman. How the hell you gonna confuse the black woman with the Indian woman? Oh, I'm sorry, British Indian woman. Because she did speak with a British accent.
Mm.
Bottom line is, the bitch died, and I was happy. She died with fear too.
Yeah, the phone no was actually quite well done for the most part.
Yeah, I had to trade it in because I got bored. There was nothing else to explore.
I didn't play. I watched somebody else play. Do a let's play.
Play it, motherfucker. Play
it. The point I'm making and Finals make is that trope we're seeing in a lot of fiction, whether it be movies, television, video games, comic books. The word I could think about, this slacker, this character who does not want to mature, who, because even if they do make mistakes or they do fall short or they let the fear of falling short play with them and they just do not try to improve themselves. And we're seeing a lot of that. And that is getting on my nerves. I am sick of seeing the goofballs, the idiots, looking down or on the hero, as you guys said in Peacemaker when the guy crapped on Batman. And only a coward does that.
I wonder what happened.
Cowards do that. And I wish I could
say in here. That's what I'm saying.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and read Dominic's comment. Okay, Redneck, you made a good one. As I get into bugs that are there you go, Redneck. Redneck, I also agree with your comment about Sylvester Stallone. If you're listening, Redneck, you're dead on.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We were just talking about you.
And she comes in. we missed you, Child of Flower. When we started, Wolf was like, "Where are you? Where are you? Where is she? She's usually right here at the front." Sexy Scottish Jedi.
He's Scottish.
Talking about Siri from
yes.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Ian McGregor's Irish, actually. I think. Is he?
He's a Highlander. I think he's Scottish.
I have a crush on you.
I know he's Celtic.
Oh, she didn't check the notification. She didn't see the notification. Wolf. That's why she didn't. She wasn't at the beginning. Didn't see your notification. We'll make sure you have it next time. What was I going to say about? Yeah, child. I don't need to tell you what I thought of the Obi-Wan trailer. I think you know already. I think you pretty much know already my thoughts on that as well. But that's a trope I'm getting so sick of. And when I was growing up, men were men. Excuse me, men were men. They were leaders, and you didn't see these goofballs, these slackers. And I hate how these slackers feel.
You saw them in comedies, but
you can have them in.
You saw them in comedies, but
go ahead, Fizz.
You saw them in comedies, but you didn't see them in serious stories.
Yes, that's what I'm tired of, them being in serious stories. Like I said, in comedy, I can take it to a point, but I do see the point that you're making, and that's another masculinity. See, masculinity is part of maturing, and at some point, for all of you, I know, Final, you've got a birthday coming up soon.
Next month, yeah.
Next month, and I think you'll be 19.
Yep, my 19th birthday next month.
So I know that there's a maturity level you have. You know more and more wisdom.
Why you gotta out like that?
No.
And my 20th birthday is next month.
I was about to give him a compliment. That's why I was saying that. I was going to say to you, well, I do because help and us. Also,
and can you please
I wanted to
back
see
up out my damn face?
At 19, you know more than you did when you were 15. Am I correct? Do you feel yourself a little mature in thinking in some way? Yeah, of course he is, but I'm sure you don't repeat the things that you did when you were 15 or 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was quiet. Perhaps. Did I touch it? Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, it's just like, that's basically a problem with me. That's basically the problem with me, is that at times I rarely could ever even remember some stuff from anything from my past. Rarely, if ever. Like, what the hell?
It's Final in a nutshell.
Well, that's okay, anyway, Final. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, Final. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Oh, Child of Power thought you were 20. Child of Power thought you were 20.
Throwing compliments at you guys.
Yeah. Everyone in my family thinks I'm a bit older. Not everyone in my family. Like, anyone else would even think that I look like I'm like somewhere in my 20s. But yet somehow I'm still like 18. I'm about to be turning 19 about next month.
Yeah, I'm turning 20 next month.
So, Fizz,
don't call nobody on no phone then, Fizz. Unless that's a girl. She gonna think you gonna be her next sugar daddy. That boy.
I didn't mean to put you guys on the spot. I was just let me see if I put it like this: that you mature gracefully, but do not ignore your masculinity. How about that? Does that sound?
And get the numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun, Leah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, of course.
Especially I don't care to find love. You gonna catch some feelings, trust me.
Oh, you will. You will. So Final,
you're gonna be an island unto yourself, talking some He-Man woman heads, cause fuck all that shit. You gonna get go get you some pussy.
No. Besides, this is just that I don't care. Not particularly motivated. Not particularly motivated right now.
Fizz and Final are having their fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. My nephew told me that he's having his fun. So
just say that you better do that early, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna regret that shit.
They're having their fun.
Y'all should go around looking for somebody to stick your dick in, but you know.
I mean,
it's not somebody you want.
For me, it's not really that necessary. It's not like I'm a woman or something who got you limited amount of eggs.
I laugh on that one.
Negro, watch your mouth. Did you forget the Y chromosome at the end of our aisle right here? Take my shirt off on your ass.
Why do I hang out with these
Didn't
two?
I tell you watch your mouth around a lady? Now go home to your parents and think about what you did. I'm gonna tell them what you said. And then you're gonna get a double ass whooping. Triple ass whooping because you're gonna get it from your mama. Definitely you're gonna get it from your daddy. You already got it from your pseudo brother.
Why do I hang out with these two? That I know. Oh yeah, true.
It's never
Do
boring.
I leave you with stitches? Or knitting stitches?
They both do. Because it's even fun. That is.
Mm-hmm. 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 We're having too much fun. Let's start wrapping it up.
Do you see what I mean, Leia?
Yes, final. But final, maybe see there's a compliment. You women find you older, the mature ladies will start to come around. You never know
All
who
I'm
might
saying
come your
is,
way.
we almost forgot about one epitome of masculinity. Superman.
Oh yes, definitely, absolutely.
And that's why I hate that My Adventures Superman thing.
I don't like the fact DC is ignoring Superman. Everything is Batman. Just about everything coming out now is got a Batman.
Yeah, they just really don't even know what to do with Batman at all. Or no, not Batman. They do know what to do with Batman, just to milk the money. Superman, I meant.
Mm-hmm. Why are they again? I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys could correct me. Why do they have a problem with Superman? I think it goes back to the idea that he's an aspirational hero, and they don't want aspirational heroes. Okay, I listen.
No, it's because they find him boring.
No.
Oh.
I think he finally has a point. Go ahead, Wolf.
That used to be. No. They hate him because to them he symbols American culture.
Oh.
Same with Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Fizz. Same with
That's why they changed from his mono. Why they changed his mono from Truth, Justice, the American way
to Truth, Justice, and a Better Tomorrow.
Yeah, because like, okay, how do you define better tomorrow if you're just gonna be sitting there like a fucking sore loser? You have two choices in life.
They don't have no idea where the better tomorrow ends at, too.
Exactly. Like it sounds like they don't even have a clue on that. Because even at the end of the day in life, you have two choices: either sit there and be miserable for the rest of your fucking life, or move on and actually mature.
Right. And
they don't want to grow up. They want to be Peter Pan. So let's send them off to Neverland and never see them again.
That's it. That's exactly it. That's a part of that. I think you're both right. Final, you're right about Superman, and Wolf, you're really right. And I totally forgot to think about that.
The deeper the rabbit hole goes, you really see what it is that they really hating on. Besides our pop culture icons, it's really what they stand or at least when it comes to some of them, what they perceive that they symbolize. That or what they know that they symbolize. So in the case of Superman basically embodies that of what America hopes to become, always strive to become, or aspire to become, or to build on to become. Nobody wants to become a nationalist, or at least like American nationalist, or somebody who's very sorry, Leia. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, continue.
But like this is why they don't want you teaching the history, right? Mm-hmm. Because apparently it's harmful to the mental instability of other people. No, you learn from history, right? You study the history. You cannot handle it. That's the problem with you. You cannot handle that history has tragic beginnings. That certain countries have tragic beginnings. So you can go in a cynical mindset or the pseudo cynical mindset or the defeatist mindset, but at the end of the day, America stands for one thing: the dream, which is always looking forward to the next day, and love your fellow man. Always love your fellow man, love your countryman, love your country, and stand for that damn flag, motherfuckers. That flag ain't
Ah.
gonna hurt your ass. You ain't, unless you got a cramp, you should not be sitting down or much less kneeling. You look like a fucking pussy kneeling. That's why every time I see some shit like that, you ain't gonna kneel for it. Anybody who fucking kneels for that damn flag, I have every right to call him a pussy. Because when you do that shit, that means you are subserving yourself to anybody who you deem is the important person in the room, right? So think about it like this: them kneeling, right?
Hmm.
So imagine if our enemies took over this country, they'd be the first to kneel.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're
They'll
absolutely
be the
right.
when they kneeling or turn their backs to that flag. That just tells me that like what Star had said earlier about the soldiers for Saint Gideon's right army.
Hmm.
They don't stand for anything. They fall for anything, obviously. But like when you test that waters, you fetter the armies. They're the ones that are gonna be kneeling. They're the ones that are gonna be kneeling, because again, you see that, and every time I see that shit, I'm like, you see everybody doing that now. At this point, you see everybody doing that now. That's a Nazi salute at this point, especially that raised fist, the communist fist.
It kind of reminds me of, and this may be cheesy, but tell me if I'm off point. It kind of reminds me of Avengers when they're in Germany and Loki commands the people to kneel before him, and they all kneel except for the old man, the weak old man, and he says why he won't kneel. And so, and then Loki, I forgot Loki's speech, but he gives a speech to them about how easy it is and how this is how they should be. And this is how, I can't remember the whole speech, but he gives a speech when they do kneel. This is how they should be or something. And
Hmm.
step for the old man. Because at first I thought, oh my God, this is a really cheesy, dumb scene. Why is this in the Avengers? And now I'm thinking, I think this scene has a point.
That was Josh Williams referencing Zod.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought about,
Kneel!
yes, you're right about that. Yeah. But when
Kneel before God.
you definitely, you're right about that. I'm glad I'm not the only one who got that thought. But you're right
Hang
when
on,
you
let me
said
look
how
for that line real quick. But go
oh
ahead,
no.
Leah.
But it made me think when you just said your line, if enemies should come, those that turn their back on the flag are going to be the first one to kneel. They're not going to be the old man in the Avengers who stands up and says, I won't kneel to men like you. That's not going to be them. They're going to be the ones that are kneeling. But I now, that kind of helps me see why there is more. I mean, they're just DC Comics has just been so disrespectful to this character, and maybe that's for the very reason.
And currently, right now, he's dead in DC Comics, and they got replaced by his gay son.
Yeah,
That's
now they
why.
make him his gay
Yeah,
son.
yeah. His son is gay now for apparently no reason at all, other than just for articles, because that's all they basically want. Not just for the money, but also for the articles, rather than the passion for it.
Right.
I got the
Exactly.
line now.
Yes.
Kneel before me. I said kneel! It's not this simpler. This is not your natural state. It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave subjugation. The bright lure of freedom diminishes your life's joy in a mad scramble for power, for identity. You are made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel. Not men like you. There are no men like me. There are always men like you. Look to your other people. Let him be an example. You know, the last time I was in Germany, I saw a man and saw a man standing above everyone else. We ended up disagreeing. The soldier, a man at a time. I'm not the one who's out of time.
Well, very good.
Make a
Even
move,
did the
Ranger
Captain
Games.
America. Oh, he's not finished. Okay.
I'm
Very
done
good.
now.
Oh, okay. Wow, very good, Wolf. You got the whole scene right up to the very end. Now, in coming from what you said, did Loki have a point? After what you said about the flag and
Nope.
all that, is that why does he not have a point?
Yeah. Well,
He
well,
said they were
well.
made to
His
be.
line. Well, that's it. That's his chagrin. But the thing is that of course there are going to be people that's going to rise up against him, much like the elder that did too. Being among the many that kneeled out of fear, he rose up because he knew what this felt like. He've already lived it. He ain't living it one more time. He didn't even kneel either. He just stood there. He was ready to accept his fate too, until Captain America come in and saves him, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, the moment every time I see them kneel at that flag, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are going to be the first one to be subjugated, regardless of what you say you think you are. And y'all raising
Yeah.
y'all fists, thinking y'all strong, raising that fist. Y'all gonna be the first ones with them shackles around your neck,
Mm-hmm.
picking stones
Were
and
you
shit.
made to be a soldier or a prisoner? Pick your poison.
So I always, so every time I see that flag, I smile. I don't frown at it. I look at it and I wonder the years that all the years that we went through to get to here, or whatever period that we are in at this point, and how long I've lived to see enough of it, or at least how many of us who will grow into this world, or come into this world if they're lucky enough. We all know what I'm talking about when I say that. Lucky
Yes.
enough to even come into this world and grow, that lucky enough to grow this further into this world, to see that flag and see it for what it is, which is a symbol of freedom, of course, symbol of freedom and hope, symbol of justice, symbol of unity and family and friendship, brotherhood, especially when we're talking about masculinity and manhood, brotherhood. And to think that flag was made by a woman, a marvelous woman.
Mm-hmm.
They don't remember. They don't know that.
No, they don't. They don't know their history past 2016, so they
Mm,
don't know. They don't
it's a
know.
shame.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That flag was made by a woman, commissioned by George Washington himself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, child, Betsy Ross.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
It was
child.
Betsy
Yes.
Ross that woven that flag. Back then it had fewer flags, yes, but many times over. And several versions of the flag that came in that symbolized for different branches of military, different branches of states, for 150 days, she said. Lame. How's that lame? That's 150 days. That's a record. How long does it take for you to make a flag now? I don't know. But other than that, like, hello, that flag is not a symbol of a product of slavery and racism. Never
No.
was.
No.
May have been commissioned by, say, a slave owner. Did he own slaves? People like to say he did. I don't think so. Then again, I ain't that deep into the history that much, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. Yeah.
It was made, okay? It was made as a symbol of how far we came. Oh, okay. Small is going to jail, but it's 150 days. She wish he stayed longer. That's why I was okay. I get it.
Wait a minute. How long is he going to be in jail?
For 150 days. What does that calculate to? 2 months? 3 months?
That's about three, four, about 150 days. That's less than a year.
I
Let's
know.
see.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
that's less than that's a few months. That's a slap on the wrist. I figured
Shit!
they give him a slap. That's a slap on the wrist.
He
I
ain't
figured
gonna
they
learn.
cop out. No,
He ain't
no.
gonna learn.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. If he gets
Man,
out, the first thing he'll do, one or two, he'll go on either Dancing with the Stars or he'll make his own movie about his life because he sees himself as a victim.
you want to vindicate, basically.
Yeah.
But nah,
Mm.
nah, nah. You know what? But a good punishment would be for any of these woke nuts, especially these woke house Negroes. Put them on a simulated cotton field
Oh, I don't know if they would like that too
or a
much.
simulated slave ship, so you can really feel what it was like being a slave back in the 1700s. What's far back? I can't get my
Mhm.
numbers right.
15, 14, 1300s, and let them know that it's not Brigerton.
Oh no, let them know.
Like you
Talking
said, let
about
them know it's not going to
no,
be like
no.
that.
Let them. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let them know why they should not make a joke about slavery, or at least equate anything as a form of slavery. Now that you experience it, or you have a great feeling of what it was like being a slave on a slave boat and on the cotton field. I'll be there too with the whip. Take that cotton, Negro.
Well, tell me this.
Because black
What?
people own slaves too.
Oh yes, they don't know
No,
that. They don't
no.
want. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to talk about that. They don't want
And
you to
Native
know that.
Americans own slaves, I think, too. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, they don't want you to know anything with the history. They always like to dance around certain things to make sure, like, oh, like they treat it like it's like a little kid's toy, like a little kid's meal. Like, oh, like it's too hard for you. Here, we'll give you this. Like, we'll give you that. Like, okay. And now they even, it's even to this point, they even like to achieve their own like little things of the world. Like they say they want to change the world, when really changing the world into like their favor. It's like working in their course, like what they want. And
Right.
this reminds me
Exactly.
so much with Ragna's whole arc in Blaze Blue's Central Fiction, which is the final game in the series, at least with
Oh,
the
that
canon
finally ended.
timeline. Huh?
Oh, that game series finally ended.
Oh yeah, there was only like 4 games in the canonical timeline. The rest of the games were mostly a bunch of spin-offs.
I see.
Anyway,
Start,
so
let's
yeah,
start wrapping it up because I need to get ready to get some rest for tomorrow. Who knows what's
Sure.
gonna happen tomorrow? And anyways, I thank everybody for being here. Those 5, 4, 6 of you, and those 9 that keep popping in. But thank Child for enlightening us on Bessie Ross. I'd like to thank everybody for being here, my compadres, especially starting with Star Storyteller. No, no, the little storyteller had to get a little rowdy, so she had to leave early. So thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts and your discussions, of course. Like to thank Final Fantasy 12, the excuse me, the Warrior of Light.
alright. Alright, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like, subscribe, and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. And yet again, another episode of Wolf10 Pranks.
Oh
I think
wow,
it does.
you were strong in the beginning. Damn, you
He,
broke.
he was. I was like, oh my god, he's
Actually,
strong. Wolf. He's strong. He has strong
You
will.
disappointed me, Final. And now the damn number buffed to 5. Now that I did this.
actually, we should probably make another episode for another compilation, Wolf10 Pranks. That should be another show for your channel, Wolf10 Pranks.
Maybe. I don't know how good a prank of I am, but apparently I can do pranks now.
You know you
I,
do this all the
I made my
time with Leia. Now you do this with me.
I do this with everybody. Come on, you ain't special.
Sheesh.
Leia ain't special. I do this with everybody.
Anyway,
I shoot everybody. But go ahead, Final.
alright. Anyway, let's try this again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like, subscribe, share with your family and friends, and make sure you ring that notification bell to get notified of the latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, this is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Pop.
She was really trying. Final says I was going to
See,
use
that's my ultimate test for you guys. That's boot camp. Now
Finals.
the lovely Lady of Valor.
Hello, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor, and I want to thank you for taking your time out this evening to join us in this stream about masculinity. I really hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you did like what you heard and saw, please leave comments below. We always love reading your comments. If there is something that you would like, any topic that you would like for us to conflab about, and we haven't done so, please put it in the chat. We would love to hear from you. But I hope we help you identify masculinity. Oh, most importantly, I hope you get a better view of masculinity, a more positive view from. Okay, stop that. That's hard because I love that scene. That is sexy to me. That's sexy, masculine. That did. No, okay. We want you to get a positive view of masculinity. So we hope we leave you with that. And I hope you all have a very good night and a good evening and hope to see you soon. Phew. That did.
And I won't even say anything. I just be going.
Negro, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
The Georgia Pitbull, everybody. Fish Chozo. Well, you almost resisted that time, Leia. Almost. You're getting better.
I'm getting better. Okay. You just can't talk about masculinity and have him showing those ripped abs and arms ripping up the log like that. That does something to a woman.
No shit.
Oh, good.
Look at them.
That's not.
They're so greasy. Some turkey wings. Oh, I got some for the boys too. Chicken breasts.
I'm gonna let the boys enjoy themselves.
Anyways, this has been your Wolf Commander Wolf Tan, your werewolf once again. It's been quite some some evening today.
Yeah, this was one.
While everybody's learning about the Lord through the Bible Geek today, y'all should be over here while we looking at pecs and stuff. And
this was a very interesting masculinity talk, I must say.
Of course, Dominic has to find a word. He says, "Don't allow media, politicians, and some celebrities to turn girls and young women to misandrous and boys into weak men."
Powerful words, Dominic. Wise words never ever been spoken.
You mean these guys, Neil Star?
Oh, Neil Star, you got him started.
Anyways, hope you guys come by for boot camp. You know, we would like more members, of course. Hopefully, one of these days. You know where to find us. The links are in the description. And once again, I have to remind everybody, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.